Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How's it going? First of all, ew, Alara, I guess thank you for 10 months. Disgusting. Um, Jules, thank you so much. Thank you for 27 months. That's your two. How are you? I love the difference between the two sub messages. It's amazing. Let me scroll back up. Zawa, hello. I guess hi, Alara. Sheen is here. Mim, did you see I added you in my go live message? Hey Beth, Alex, your eyes do not deceive you. Hey M, of course. Did I say hi to Sheen? Hi Sheen. I think I did because you were like the second. You get more hellos. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm doing great. Hi. Today definitely feels like a Friday. So how will you tell us about? I did, yeah. Hey, Iram. How are you? I'm waiting for your story. So for those that don't know or like don't know the context, excuse me. In the Discord, Mim said like waiting for stream to start because I have a story. And I was like, oh shit. I was eating at that time, so I was like, oh my goodness. I have to hurry up. Now we overthrow the streamer and kidnap Tina for Jew. Wow, all the M's are just gonna... They're gonna come down on me hard. I mean, God willing. I can see all of it. Thank you. Yeah, I think it looks really cute. You can see a little Tina head. You can see a little Tina. A little Tina. She got so startled. A tiny Tina. A tiny Tina. She's so cute. Look at her look at me. Hi. Oh, okay. Sorry. I love you. Oh, she's so cute. Hi. How are you? She's so cute. Are you gonna come on the desk or what? Are you gonna hang out with me? Let her snooze. No. Oh. Take your time. Take your time. Do you want to come on my lap? Okay, there you go. Yeah, she wanted a... You know what I realized? She loves the desk even more now because of the monitor being so close to the mouse mat that she just kind of like lays against the monitor and it's warm. Right, Pappy? Okay. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna take a little snooze. A little snooze. Hey Rhea. I almost missed you there. Hi. I would be happy to tell you guys how it went yesterday. I guess to bury the lead, it went really well. It went really, really well. And I think I might be comfortable being more transparent about the specific company. Because I think it feels like it's actually real. I think it's actually real. And it hasn't really hit me yet, so I'm kind of just like, I don't know, I'm kind of in a daze. Yeah, I had an interview yesterday. So you're head of recruitment now because you interviewed so well. It's not Didney. No, it's not Didney. Anyways, since you guys are here and you guys are the real ones because it's 10 minutes into the stream, I'll tell you guys, you in particular. So the interview went really well. When I got on the phone with the person, see, this was actually really sweet, but it was kind of funny because you'll see what I mean. So I got on the phone. I'm like, "Hello," and it's the creative or what is it called? Creative recruiter? Doesn't sound right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What the hell? Thank you, Sheen. I gotta turn my notifications back on. Let me do that. Sheen, thank you so much. Hold on, pause the story. Sorry. Let me do that first. Let me do that first. It's okay. No. Don't apologize for interruption. Okay. Now we're good. So, get on the phone, and it's very sweet because she immediately is like, "Oh my God, I just want you to know that it's an honor to speak to a fellow woman in this field, blah, blah, blah." And like, it was so sweet. It was just, she just had the perfect energy that I had no heart to be like, "I'm sorry, but..." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I was like, so, but I didn't want to react, obviously, like, poorly or anything. I wasn't going to, regardless. It was very sweet. But, I was just like, well, it's an honor for me to even have this conversation with you. This is, like, just this, talk alone means a lot to me, and it's an accomplishment, and blah, 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 is what I said. This is not verbatim, I promise. I was well spoken during the interview. So anyways, we start talking, and she's immediately asking me about like why I applied and like how I got into this industry and XYZ, stuff like that. It was great. And I think I knew already that it was going well because she started saying, when you talk with the rest of the team, it was very much like when you meet with this person, when you meet with that person. And I'm just like, yeah, the when. Toasty Jew. Oh my God, Toasty. Hi. It's good to see you, Toasty. We have a deal. You're hired. Congrats. She's really good. Oh, you're on iPad. I got you. I don't know. It would be a lot to go into all the details of the interview. Just know that it went really well, and there was a lot of concerns and questions that we both had for each other. She asked me in particular how I felt about relocation, and salary and things like that. Like, she was very transparent with me about like what the process would look like moving forward, and it didn't really sound hypothetical. It sounded very like when this happens, which is why I'm like excited. But that was just the first interview. I do have another interview in 2 weeks. I was told like the benefits package and a bunch of other perks and things like that. And yeah, it ended up being a very, very nice conversation. It wasn't very long. We talked for like maybe like 30 minutes max. Yeah, I got the full explanation. I was told about this new project that they're going to be working on. And I felt like when she was telling me about the new project, I like already knew everything because I know everything about the new project. And I know everything. The second interview is with a different person. Yes. It's with the head of my department. What my department would be like the compositing visual effects department. So, that's what my next interview is going to be about and who it's going to be with. Um, yeah, it's very exciting. And I won't say anything out loud, but I will show you guys. I will show you guys. I'm just so like, I don't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, do you guys hear that? What the fuck was that? Oh, it's because I opened Opera. Wants to be dramatic as fuck. All right. I'm gonna show you guys. Just give me a second. Can I ask how you applied? I literally just went to the website and applied. I'm not even joking. I literally went to the website and I was like, here. I'm like nervous. I'm so sorry. Like I'm really, it's just so crazy. Okay, hold on. I keep saying hold on. Will this work if I do this? You can't see anything. Okay, good. So, oh, drinks was good. It's fine. They threatened the hiring manager's family, actually. This is the company that I interviewed with that I feel really good about. And I think, I mean, I don't want to say I have the job. I didn't get an offer yet, but this is where I applied to. It's kind of hard to yeah. Let me just make it a little smaller. Yeah, I did, Mim. Yeah, I did. And
Oh my God! Hey yo!
Yeah.
She's really
You
good.
never heard of this company? There are a few projects that they've worked on. Yeah.
She is very gorgeous to me.
That's not true. Don't say that, Em. I didn't even get an offer yet. Stop. I can answer your question like this. Wait. Oh, there we go. I can answer your question like this. Anyways. Let's switch back. So anyways. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Uh, it's just kind of crazy. Are they looking for designers or are they hiring graphic designers? Oh man. It's gonna be the week of the 14th. Pack with me stream coming up. Stop. How will we know you're from the place that isn't King's and isn't Old York? Oh my god, shut up. Shut up. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to put it on my stream somewhere. I just write it. I write it underneath my name. And that'd be really cool. But yeah. I would, yeah, I would have to. You slayed so hard you got the win in the first 30-minute combo. I mean yeah, it's a little surreal. It's a little surreal. So I'm kind of just... You act like they're still not gonna bring it up every stream. Exactly. Yeah, to... I don't even know. I feel like I'm not even making real words or making any sense with the things that I'm saying, because the conversation was just, it was just so like relaxed and chill that after the fact I was like, I just kind of just sitting there like, okay. So I guess I'll let you guys know in 2 weeks what's actually happening. This is what dreams are made of plays in the distance. Pussy cuties or whatever we're called. Goodbye party on the northeast before you go. Shut up. Hey Jelly. How are you? And hi everyone that is joined and I'm like not making full sentences or making sentences that are comprehensible. Wait, comprehensible. You know what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Aram. No jinxers. Got a lurk now? No problem. No problem, Jules. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nothing new then. Yeah, no. Let me know first so I feel special. I'm so excited. It will be... I haven't even told my family. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even I haven't even told them like what it is, like where the company is. I just told them that it was very important and my dream, essentially. They were like, good luck. But all the logistics, all the other things, I have not... I have not, like, really thought about that too much. But what I do know is that depending... Yeah, all in due time. Very true. I'm not trying to stress about it. My timeline, hypothetically speaking, would be starting towards the end of September. like literally the last day of September. Which kind of works out in a way because I have a lot of stuff coming up. I did you guys are saying that for my weakness I should say that it's my leg because it's broken. I may or may not have actually said that. I may or may not have actually said it was my leg because
My leg!
it's funny because the recruiter herself was like, so what's your timeline look? She asked me what my timeline look. I was like, miss, I'll do what I have to do. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I do have a broken leg. I have stuff happening next month, but I'll do what I have to do. But yeah, I'm gonna get more information and like kind of like I think an official packet of like handbook and everything. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'll fly if I have to with my broken. I literally said, I was like, I mean, I could move around. I'm so emo for you, dude. I'm crossing out my fingers for you, lighting every prayer candle. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I think the emo part, the thing that makes me emo is because yesterday I was doing a lot of praying, a lot of prayer. Um, and honestly, even at this point, I'm really serious right now. Even at this point, if it doesn't happen and something occurs, it falls through or whatever, the fact that I got to have a conversation with a recruiter over there and they were so friendly, so welcoming, told me so much about the culture there and the benefits, told me everything about the new project they're going to be working on, how incredible this new project's going to be. The fact that they literally work on one movie a year, like, they don't give a shit. They don't care. Like, they're just like, no, we do what we want to do, and what we care about is our storytelling. What we care about is the quality of our product. We're not trying to just pump out film after film after film. They really, really do try to improve every aspect of their, I guess, like their creative endeavors every single time. And this next one that they're working on is like huge. It's probably the biggest thing they've ever done. And it's funny because the recruiter was saying, like, every year, every time we come out with a movie, we say this one is the biggest one we've done yet. And I just think that's so cool, to be in a space where like people really do care, and it's not really, like I said, about having as much content, and the quantity is less important than the quality. That's like that's what matters most. And also, how can you not be a fan? Like, what? Sometimes their movies take like 5 or 6 years to make. Yeah, my the recruiter told me that I would be working on this film till this time next year. Maybe even later. Espion, hi. Hello. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And because I would be working on like on site, I would get to look at the sets. Like, I would literally be able to go and look at them and almost touch them. Dude, have a good one. Thanks for hanging with me. Yeah, I would get to see the sets. Yeah, I would. That's so cool. Even if it goes in a direction you weren't expecting, it's definitely something that opens doors for you and makes you feel good about yourself and open to more opportunities. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. You got the wrong one. I'm not Modem. Yeah, not Modem. Oh, lordy. So anyways, enough about me. Enough about me. Tell me about you. Movie delayed due to newcomer touching set. Shut up. Shut up. That would be me. I would do it. Oh, Lord. Did we get the Mim tea? Yes, I want the Mim tea now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm so sorry. My throat is like I have a frog all in there. Okay, I'm typing. Let's go. Wait, are you really typing or did you type it up already? Let me check something real quick. So I realized something. I still need to figure out the whole fucking I need to figure out the Roblox situation because I still don't know if I'm doing it properly. I'm being honest. I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm live now over there. So hi. Oh, I heard myself. Okay. Cool. Hi, Roblox. I have typed some good stuff or some stuff, but got distracted hyping you up. Oh my god, it's okay, don't worry. Ayo, officer, yeah, they're touching set. Yeah, in an inappropriate way. Yeah, right now. I hate the fucking emotes. I know that's on purpose, but Jesus. YouTube. Who doesn't love the YouTube? Oh my god. Okay, YouTube news. Nothing to do with me. YouTube news. I don't know if you guys remember Jordan Clark. I think that's her name on YouTube. Is it? Am I wrong? I think that she might have changed her name. No, I'm right. Jordan Clark. Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know Jordan Clark, then you're not on the art side of YouTube because every arty knows who Jordan Clark is. Jordan Clark is this artist slash content creator. I guess you could say like YouTuber that used to make a lot of videos on obviously on YouTube that were like DIY art projects, and they were so I love them so much. I would rewatch them over and over again. She is like very relaxing voice. She's very talented, and she just always has really great ideas. Like it's not the same rehashed stuff. And she's back after like years. She posted a video randomly yesterday and I was like, I got up some other dude named that. What? No, Jordan Clark. Like Jordan. Wow. I think it's so cool. It's just so random, and like I know it's like a small corner of the internet that would know who this is, but oh, you got some prank channel. The art channel was underneath. Oh, that's funny actually. I realized that my tags are probably incorrect. It probably says Pomo. Yeah, it does. Hold on, let me remove that. Excuse me. So for some context to the story. Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready. So for some context to the story, I used to facilitate for this mental health group for a few years, and I even helped them set up a Discord and stuff when COVID happened. Well, I've been on a break from the group for a while, so I haven't been active really for a bit. But then I got a random DM from someone in the group yesterday morning. Bro. The way I'm waiting now, I'm like, go on. This person is a casual member in the group. Was like, hey, how are you kind of stuff. And then when I was like, hey, what's up? Thinking maybe he had to tell me or maybe needed help with something. He was like, not too well. You're married and have kids, right? Now I'm sus because I didn't tell anyone but my friends about marrying. And now I'm like, what are you getting at? I'm just thinking they're just digging for something. So I'm like, aha, I think you got me mixed up with someone else. Hey, silly goose. Ugh. I'm not, yeah, sounds like a Reddit story. I know. Okay, well, then they just go, are you single? On 11 a.m. this Good Friday. This is what's happening. So anyways, I'm not trying to divulge anything because I'm still sus. So I'm like, haha, I don't have kids. I'm not married. So he immediately sends me a picture of himself. And he's like, I was definitely thinking of someone else then, but I'm single too. Can I see a pic of you? I remember you being cute. He fully doing this right now. So I'm like, aha, well, I'm seeing someone, but hope you're doing well. Post the picture. I dare you. Oh my god. He's like, pick for pick? He's like, well, I'm not really been super angry and insanely hypersexual. And I was like, well, I hope you have someone to talk to about that. Aha. And so in the midst of this, I send a screenshot to my other admin who has been active in the group and Discord, and she goes, oh. Why'd he say hypersexual? No. Sometimes I'm really so shocked at what people say. Angry too, like, sir, I'm scared. It's common as TMI. Honestly, like, I don't know you. That's what I'm saying. The balls. The gall. Oh my god. This is reminding me of another story, but not really. It's at the same time. I thought you were someone else. Actually, I'm mad and horny. No! Okay, wait. Before I say what she said, I also am thinking, okay, he's having a hypomania episode, question mark? Because it makes sense. It's a group for people with mental health issues. And I'm like, maybe he means no harm. Maybe he'll wake up tomorrow like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't remember doing this. Okay, I mean, post-nut clarity? Did you just say post-nut clarity? Far too considerate. Far too considerate. Oh my god. Oh, I know this. I know who. Wait. Oh, I know who this is. Oh, wait, stop. Okay. Sorry, I missed that message. Anyways, I tell the admin, oh, I think he doesn't mean any harm. He might be having an episode. And she's like, oh, I know who this is. He's struggling with sex addiction and exhibitionism. Apparently, he's done this before. Like, he's. He literally has been talked about this. And one of the people he approached entertained him. The emotes really do spice it up. Holy shit. Who entertained him? He's had a success rate higher than 1%. Holy fuck. He really said that one time I was able to shoot my shot, something happened, so now I'm going to do it all the time. When I said to him, I hope you get a therapist or someone to talk to, buddy, he was like, nothing works, but thank you. And that's where I left. Another fellow hypersexual. That's what I'm. Sounds like he's just a horny man and putting a title on it. Yeah, it kind of does. But honestly, I don't know. Like, I've never dealt with that type of plight in my life before, so I don't know what that's like. But like, is it true that people that suffer from like sex addiction, do they ever do group? I feel like if you meet other people that are also addicted to sex, then you're just, it's like having an AA meeting in a bar. Like, is that just me? Like, I don't know. Sounds exhausting. Has he ever rode a bike? Had a really good cheeseburger? That's what I'm saying. I obviously don't understand. Oh, okay. I actually have a story for you guys. It's kind of long, though. He could fuck a plushie, sit on a laundry machine, use fingers. Group therapy is just an orgy. I'm so done. Anything but this. No, you're right. You're right. Oh my god, this is so crazy. I hate this. Literally, there's so many things he could use and not inflict that on other people. Yeah, he just gets off on the fact that people do like even just respond to him. I think the only way that he would actually not get anything out of it. Wait, because even if, yeah, no, I think just not saying anything. I hope he isn't using that group to be like he has issues and just trying to get, ooh, yeah, hopefully not. Especially because in that case, it's like kind of incredibly predatory behavior. Especially when you know that this group of people might be like have impaired judgment and such. Yeah. Oh, good luck washing your hair. I have a story for you guys that I heard the other day and I want to share it with you because it is so crazy. It's like so crazy that when I read it or when I read the story for the first time, or I guess heard it for the first time, I was so shocked that I couldn't even believe what I was hearing. He may need to get off Discord and go into therapy. On a serious note, it's categorized as constant intrusive sexual thoughts that impede normal daily life. So it's a real recognized and classified disorder, and definitely this is not the way you want to deal with it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like you're doing this in public. Oh, yeah, that's strange. I mean, when it is like having intrusive thoughts all the time. that are like, yeah, you should do that. Okay. Are you guys ready for the story? Like I said, it's like pretty it's pretty crazy. Okay. Are you ready, Freddie? Maybe some of you guys have heard the story before. I'm curious. So it's called I Ruined My Mom's Life and Reputation. Okay. You know this one? Yeah, it's a Reddit story, but it's like so out of pocket. I've literally never heard a more out of pocket story when I heard this story. Okay, so I think you guys will enjoy it, and it'll be good so I can practice my reading out loud because I'm kind of bad at it. My female 40 parents, dad who's 63, mom who's 60, have been married for 43 years. I have 6 siblings. One sister that's 42, another who's 38, another who's 20, a brother who's 20, and my youngest brother who's 18. All right. I've been with my husband who's 39, so she's 40, he's 39. Have been together since they were 15. Okay. I got pregnant at 17 and we moved in with my parents. I gave birth to my now 22-year-old daughter. We got married at 18 shortly after. My dad's father passed shortly after our wedding and left his ranch-style house to my father. My grandparents built a house next door to my parents when they retired. My parents decided to let us live in this house and told us this would be my inheritance. So she's living next door to her parents. Her family and her parents live next door. My husband and I had no issues with this. We went on to have a son, 20, another daughter, 14, another daughter, 5 years old, and she's currently, the person telling the story, is currently 7 months pregnant with her last child, who's a boy and is due in April. I thought I had a good marriage. We were intimate more than twice a week. We went on date nights. We bought each other gifts. We didn't fight. My entire world was shattered on New Year's Eve when I returned early from a girls' trip I had taken with some friends. I walked into my bedroom to find my mom having sex with my husband. My mother screamed at me to get out of their bedroom, which really shook me up even more. Unfortunately, my youngest daughter was also home in her bedroom across the house getting ready for a party. She ran out and witnessed my all but a bedsheet naked mother run out of our house next door to her house and slam the door. My daughter was devastated and went to my sister's house. I asked her not to say anything until I first talked to my husband. I asked him for the truth. He told me that my mom seduced him when we were 18 and living in their house. They'd been having unprotected sex at least once a month for longer than we were married. I ran the math and was horrified because the timeline meant my twin brothers and youngest brother could be my husbands. I immediately called my dad and told him to come to my house without my mom. I made my husband confess and my dad was devastated. He and my mom were high school sweethearts too. Needless to say, we could hear my mother screaming from her house when he confronted her. I then told my older sister, and she and I decided to have her throw a party for the whole extended family, and we invited my ex's family as well. At the party, I had my 22-year-old daughter take all the kids to our basement and put on a movie, leaving only the adult children and siblings. And I told them exactly what they'd been doing. Most of the families on my side, except my 3 youngest siblings, my 38-year-old sister, ex's entire family, and ex's entire family, they all say I'm an asshole for dropping this publicly. Word got out, and my mom's best friend, who is on leadership at my mom's church, like childhood church, called me to verify. My mom has since been let go as the children's pastor there, and she claims I've essentially ruined her reputation and life. My dad kicked her out. She's now living with my sister. And lastly, my dad insisted on a DNA test for the 3 youngest boys before he consider anything to do with their marriage. My twins, is it my twins? No, they're her siblings that are twins, are my husband's biological children. I've since kicked him out, and he's living with my parents. My father and I are discussing me moving into his much larger house and him selling my grandfather's house, and him giving me the money to buy a new house somewhere else to get rid of the memories. My husband is appalled and furious that I proved he actually is about to have 7 kids instead of 5. That I'm going to be taking half of his business away from him. My husband started his own HVAC company a few years back, and for the first 5 years, I helped him get it set up, ran the office completely, and took time away from my teaching career to help him get this established. In my state, all marital assets, including businesses, are split 50-50. Since the house was still in my father's name, my husband will get no money from the sale, neither will my mom, since inherited assets are not subject to be split in divorces. My mother is also likely to get no alimony, as our state is not a no-fault divorce state. Maybe you shouldn't fuck my mom. Ungrateful bitch. She helped you. Yeah. Okay. I'm now a month removed, still extremely bitter and angry at my mother, especially at her hypocrisy of calling me a whore and shaming my family when she's done much worse. I also despise my ex with everything within me now, as he was fucking both my mom and me, in some instances coming to our bed minutes later. He got my mother pregnant less than a week after getting me pregnant, and while I thought it was so cute and fun that I shared a pregnancy experience with my mom, she was carrying my children's half sibling. He has broken all trust I had in men and being faithful. I have already procured a good lawyer from the firm that helped us in financial matters for both me and my dad is helping pay for it. My 14-year-old knows that we're getting divorced and why, and she's so angry at her dad that I struggle sending her to his house on the weekends. I feel like she's old enough to make a decision on that, but I don't want to damage her relationship with her dad. I've told all my kids it's okay to love their dad, even if he hurt me, but the oldest 2 have cut him off 100%. I won't tell my youngest 2 until they're teens why we got divorced, and everyone else has agreed to not spill anything until they're old enough to understand. As for how I had no idea this affair was ongoing, my husband confirmed to me that they would have sex at my mom's office at church, in their cars, at a motel, and when we built the business, they started having it routinely in his office once I went back to teaching. They also had it in our houses too, when my father would go away on business trips or I would be out of town. It was pure happenstance that I came home early from a trip because I was uncomfortable from being nearly 7 months pregnant and just wanted my own bed for me to find out, knowing they'd be carrying on this full-blown affair still if I hadn't caught them is what I'm still upset about. The fact that the grandmother and father of my children cared so little about destroying our families is what I can't get past. What's hardest for me is that my own mother would do this to me and would continue to do this for years and not care when it all blew up in her face that she would be destroying her entire family. Too long, didn't read. My mother fucked my husband for 22 years, got pregnant with twins, continued the affair until I caught them in bed together on New Year's Eve while I was nearly 7 months pregnant. I publicly exposed it, and my mother, lost her job, her marriage, and is homeless. There's an update. I tried hard to go the route of a mediated divorce, but my ex told me yesterday, through his lawyers, that he doesn't believe that the baby I'm carrying is his, and he wants a DNA test as soon as he's born because he doesn't want to support a child that isn't his. But he also believes I routinely cheated on him through our marriage and that I knew about his ongoing affair and used that as an excuse to have my own affairs. None of that is true, but I kind of wish it was because it would make the divorce easier. My lawyer basically told me to get ready for a long, drawn-out, brutal, contested divorce and that my ex is likely going to try every underhanded tactic in the book to make my life even more miserable. Yeah. Isn't that great? Oh my god, there's another update. Oh fuck, wait. Hold on. Tina, I can't see. I can't see. Please move. Please move. Okay. So let me see. Okay, here it is. Ready? I'm sorry. Okay. I had a phone conversation with my aunt today. She told me there's a family history of cheating in our family on their side. My grandmother cheated on my grandpa for years, but they reconciled. My aunt herself had multiple emotional affairs, but is still married to my uncle. She tried blaming genetics on my mom's affair. I laughed out loud at the absurdity of this attempt to justify her affair, and my aunt is now mad at me for not hearing her out and her explanations for cheating. My dad and lawyer both say I should hear her out, so I'm still considering doing it right before we meet in early March. Okay. Anyways, that's what part of the DNA includes the cheating ass bitch gene? In front of the Lord. I thought this was a different Reddit story, but I remember this too. It's so fucking wild. Dude, is this so crazy or what? It's so fucking out of pocket. I couldn't even believe it. The last update was like, I don't know, like a year ago, I think. I think it's like a year ago. It's from the subreddit True Off My Chest. Yes. Ah, yes, the cheating gene. Classic science. The mother and the ex-husband are just plain nasty. The sister's a dumbass. Oh my god. Can we ask John about the cheating ass bitch gene? He's getting his PhD in genetics. Wait, can you please ask him? Please? What in the AO3? I'm speechless at this point. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Oh my god. So, yeah, that's the story that I wanted to share after Mim shared the story. I'm gonna catch a charge if I hear some shit like that in my family. Oh my god. I love these posts so much. They're so fucking funny to me. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like looking through and I'm reading the titles. They're so fucking crazy. Like this one, it says, my boyfriend says he's bored of my body. What? My fiance told me he's tired of hiding who he is from me, and now I'm not sure I want to get married. What the fuck? Can we just read these all stream? I honestly think I would need to be committed after that. Mim, he's sane. He's sane then. Congrats. Oh my god. Which one do you guys want to hear? Sorry, I'm like my fiance got a face tattoo without telling anyone. Oh my god. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over the Barbie movie? Wait, we should read that one. We should read that one. It's a mood spoiler apparently though. Do we want to ruin our mood? I mean, the one we read was kind of crazy. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Oh, fucking Christ. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read the, am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over the Barbie movie? Am I, 23 female, the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend, 23 male, over the Barbie movie? I literally don't know what to do right now, and I feel so helpless turning to Reddit for advice/validation. But 3 days ago, my boyfriend and I went to see the Barbie movie. I've been excited as I'm a huge Greta Gerwig fan, and my boyfriend liked Ryan Reynolds. Other than him being in the movie, my boyfriend didn't know anything else about it. I, on the other hand, was aware of its feminist themes and was secretly hoping my boyfriend would get the message. Over the duration of the film, I could tell he was getting more and more uncomfortable/upset, and I was getting really sad, both from the movie and his reaction. And I knew we would end up having a conversation about it afterwards. He didn't talk to me until we got in the car. He then told me that he was really offended by the movie and said that it was the kind of thing I should have watched with my girlfriends and not him. I understand where he was coming from, but I'm not going to even start explaining why I disagreed. We've been having problems with his weird comments about women, the LGBTQ community, and other stuff. He would deem it bitch shit. Maybe it was a long time coming, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was tired of having to always deal with his attitude and disrespect, and was also maybe on this girl power high, so I told him it was over. I don't know, Em. I'm not sure. The complicated part is he lives with me, lived. He has been in between serving jobs, and since he was my freaking boyfriend, I let him move in with me 6 months ago. Living with him is a whole other story, but I couldn't take it anymore and had him leave my apartment the next day. I stayed at my friend's house while he packed up his stuff. He said he understood and that he didn't want to live with me any second anyways. I assumed he had a place to go, but apparently he didn't. His brother called me a few hours ago saying he's MIA. His friends are blowing up my phone saying the same thing. I feel like this is all my fault. No one has heard from him in 24 hours. I did think it was weird when I came home and all the food from the fridge was gone. All the batteries in our electronic drawers were gone. He took my phone charger and half the blankets. I know now he did not, in fact, have anywhere to go or a car. He had been using mine since his engine busted last month. The worst part is we still have his location and it's saying he's 2 states away. I don't know how he got there. I can't believe this all happened because of the freaking Barbie movie. Okay. So there's an update the next day. Hi everyone. I know everyone says this, but I really didn't expect this to blow up. I'm a little embarrassed, but in light of everything I've learned in the past 24 hours, I'm once again oversharing on Reddit. Before anything else, I wrote this post in a frenzy of panic and guilt. With a clearer head, I can realize that yes, we broke up because we were incompatible and I was at my limit, not because of a movie. Some people were saying I maybe needed the Barbie movie more than he did, since I was clearly dating a bigot, and to that I agree. I was convinced I loved him, but I think I just didn't really understand my value / feel deserving of someone better. I've learned my lesson, and as a woman of color, will never let myself be treated like that again. My biggest regret is that my loved ones had to endure him as well. Well, I've been cheated on before, but I usually find out and then we break up. Since I found out about my ex's cheating after I broke up with him, I'm not exactly torn up about it. I feel like I skipped the questioning and sadness and went straight to the over it. But since I have everyone's attention, I'm just gonna put him on blast right now. I can confidently say his beliefs were the worst part of him, and I'm not extremely surprised that he didn't respect me enough to be loyal. But the way I found out was actually kind of funny. His brother has been keeping me semi-updated on the missing Ken situation. But I haven't really been asking any questions, other than how he and his family are doing. They're not mad at me, as they are aware of the situation. His brother even thanked me for taking care of him for as long as I did. He texted me this morning saying, or around 9, saying we didn't need to worry anymore because he's at their cousin's house in Colorado Springs. Then, around 12 in the afternoon, I got multiple calls from a friend of his saying that he heard from my ex. This friend sucks so much, I'm not even going to go into it. I supremely regret giving him my number. He was obviously under the influence of some sort, not to judge, but literally 12 p.m. And he's telling me stuff like, he's literally so much happier now that you let him go, and that he just felt bad for me, and that I was charity work. And he said now he can be his, what? He can be with his main for real. And then he's getting some real pussy now. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Okay. Literally pause. That's funny because I actually did pause. I asked him to clarify, and he gave me that oh shit laughing guy thing they do when they say something they weren't supposed to. Then he said F me and hung up. The potentially craziest part that has been getting to me is that he is definitely at his cousin's house, his brother confirmed. I think I'm going crazy because I've seen his cousin on his Insta feed before, and she's literally stunning. Oh no. He said she's his second cousin, and I don't really know how related they are. If this is real, I can't even comprehend what this means. Maybe it's not real, I don't know, but I think it's the perfect ending to this story. I'm not gonna update anymore after this because I feel like I'm already going to regret this update. But final notes. He must have taken all the stuff from the house out of spite. I found out he took the batteries from the remotes and my hair blow dryer too. I don't know how he got to his cousin's house. I didn't ask, or what happened to my Dyson Airwrap, but maybe his cousin slash girlfriend is using it now. In the spirit of Barbie, she can have it, I guess. And yes, I know I said Ryan Reynolds when it was Ryan Gosling. Like, that one comment said facial blindness is real. That's all. I'm so wow. Okay. Okay. Not the emo. That went so south. The second cousin is way too close to the bloodline. You could say that again. Oh my fucking god. We went from motherfuckers to cousin fuckers. Oh my god. No. Watching Sonic with my second cousin. By the power of Barbie. Slay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Should we hear another one? They're gonna carry the cheater gene way quicker now. Shut the fuck up, hero. That was so good. That was so good. Oh no. Change the stream title. We're not decorating at this point. This is fun. Okay, hold on. John will change his PhD to be this cheating gene, as he should. Happy Friday. What should I title it? I don't know. We're decorating our memories. I don't know what to name it. Give me... Oh, let's sip some tea. MF to CF. Angry and insanely hypersexual. I don't think I could write that. Don't forget, our president John F. Kennedy married his fifth cousin. I need you guys to know that Paul Rudd is an incest baby. Hyper giggity? I hate that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Cheating is a gene. Wait, do you have the cheating gene? Okay. That's fucking funny. Okay. All right. What's next? Go back to that Paul Rudd thing. He's an incest baby. You guys didn't know this? Just look at him. You couldn't tell? Tina, you're so cute, but you're in front of my monitor. Rewind and ruin Rudd for Jilly. Yeah, he's an incest baby. Oh my god, sorry. Some of these are... There was a title that I read. I was like, I'm not gonna read that one. Jesus. What kind of story do we want to listen to? My wife married me because of my best friend. Are you on? Am I the asshole? No, I'm on best of Redditor updates now. You just looked it up? You guys didn't know this? I like the Am I the Asshole posts a lot. My husband is mad that I have a higher IQ and he says that he's not attracted to me anymore. Oh, oh no. Oh no. My 20 female boyfriend, 20 male, said that I was embarrassing him while I was giving birth to our baby. Wait, which one did you read? The IQ one? Because I will read that one. I'm gonna read the IQ one. Okay. I'm gonna read the IQ one. All right. Okay. Okay. You know the deal with these Reddit stories, everyone. The baby embarrassing one? Okay, I'll read that one. Just give me a second. I'm gonna read this one, the IQ. My husband is mad that I have a higher IQ and he says that he's not attracted to me anymore. As the title says, he came home one day and gave me logins to some IQ tests, and I scored higher than him. First, he was in disbelief, then a bit sulky. I thought the whole thing was stupid, and I never thought or experienced that I'm smarter, and I never understood the logic of these tests. Anyways, since then, he's changed. He doesn't want to cuddle or kiss me or anything. Last Saturday, we attended a birthday party for my little nephew, and my husband spent the entire evening chatting with my sister-in-law's sister, who is very pretty. My sister-in-law's sister. Okay. Isn't that also your sister-in-law? Anyways, when we got home, I just had it up to here with him and started crying because he ignored me for at least 3 weeks. And now he's flirting with other people? He denied everything. He denied being changed with me since the test, but I wasn't backing down this time. I told him that I wasn't stupid and that he stopped being affectionate since that damn day. He finally admitted that he was turned off by the fact and wasn't attracted to me. I asked him if he still wasn't attracted to me and why. I haven't changed. I'm still me. He apologized and said that he would put his shit together and that he knows how silly this is. But he has been wary around me. I still think he's turned off by me. What can I do? Oh, brother's wife, sister. Oh, I understand. Okay, okay. That makes sense now. I didn't understand that. Excuse me, Tina. I love you, but at least come onto this side. Thank you. Okay, so an update a few days later. We're taking a break. So I told my husband that I had had enough. He has obviously had a change of heart, and I'm not going to be there to witness him falling out of love with me. The mere thought is painful. He called me dramatic and said that while his reaction was bitter and stupid, I'm taking a huge leap in the wrong direction since he already acknowledged his mistake and is working towards being better. I told him that wasn't true. He's still avoiding me like I'm a leper. I also asked to see his phone. He has been talking a bit too friendly with a coworker. It started immediately after this whole test thing. Like he was determined to hurt me, or I don't know what he was trying to accomplish otherwise. In one of the texts, he complained that I was neglectful and full of myself. How ironic to pretend that I'm the neglectful one when he has not even kissed my cheek in over a month. I felt it was a matter of time before he would cheat on me. I'm not staying for that. I asked him to move out. This morning, he texted me that he loved me and that he was sorry. He didn't know what he was trying to prove to me or to himself, but that he loves me and finds me very attractive. I call bullshit, honestly. He's been so cold with me, flirting with everyone that looked his way, and now he's all loving and affectionate. He wants us to try therapy, and he suggested that he needed to work on his insecurities with a therapist too. We have a daughter together who is 8 months old that we love more than anything, but I don't know. Why does it feel like it is over and that I don't trust him anymore? I feel like I know now what he's capable of doing when faced with adversity, and going through rough patches is inevitable in every marriage. I don't like his method of dealing with it. I'm too intelligent to put up with this. Oh, shit. I don't really understand. He just sounds stupid. That's just stupid. I have a huge brain. It's okay. Dude wants dumb wife. Goddamn. I was gonna read the baby one, right? My boyfriend said that I was embarrassing him while I gave birth to our baby. Emotional intelligence of a walnut. Yes, like literally. Oh my god. I'm dating a new guy, but his hygiene is lacking. How do I tell him without hurting his feelings? Oh no. Oh no. Wow. With the musk meter. Oh god, the amount of Reddit posts I've seen for men not washing themselves is nasty. Did you wash your ass today? I don't know. He's kind of on par with a walnut. They're both late bloomers. I'm so... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to get some lined up. I just read... Today I fucked up by becoming an accidental porn star and my wife finding out. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that being depressed is not an excuse for being lazy? Okay, 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 okay. You read that one? Hate when that happens. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I have to just pick one. I'm gonna pick one, okay? We're gonna do the, I embarrassed... My boyfriend said I was embarrassing him while giving birth to our baby. We have been in a relationship for 1 year and we had a baby boy last week. I had a natural birth and my boyfriend was there throughout the whole process. I screamed a lot, and each time I did, he whispered something like, "Can you stop screaming? You're really embarrassing me." I also threw up a few times, and I saw him cover his face in shame. When I held the midwife's hand for comfort, he whispered, "Let go of her, stop being so embarrassing." He also said that my birthing position was embarrassing and called me vulgar. A few vulgar names. I'm really upset about this behavior, about his behavior that day. Yeah, no shit. Especially when it was when I needed his support the most. When I try to talk to him about it, he denies ever saying it and that I'm being silly. What the fuck? So then there's some comments. There's a comment saying, did he convince you to get pregnant? This whole situation reads as an abuser starting to trap his victim. One way abusers do this is to convince them they're abused to have kids with them. Wait, One way abusers do this is to convince their abused to have kids with them. His behavior is seriously concerning. Abuse doesn't start overnight. It's a slippery slope, and the abusers tend to double down after certain milestones are reached. Trust your other relationships right now. Your boyfriend is not to be trusted, and I do not think you should forgive him for his behavior. It will only get worse. Get yourself to safety, please. Call your mom and make a plan. He mentioned this is what OP replied to. Or like replied to that message or comment. He mentioned that having a baby would be a good idea. However, the baby was unplanned. My mom said I should definitely leave him, but I can't stay at her house. So I'm trying to decide where I can go from here. I might try to discuss couple counseling with him. They're not married. Edit. I know that there are a lot of comments, but I'm reading them all, and I just want to say thanks to everyone for the advice and support so far. I spoke to my mom about this, but she is the very traditional type, and although she said his behavior is wrong, I should try couples therapy first. I really don't think he's going to listen to me when I suggest getting help, but I'll try. I'm also going to talk to my public health nurse. Edit number 2. Thank you so much to everyone who's commented and DM me with words of support and those who have also been in similar situations. I have since tried to discuss the option of couple counseling to him, but to no avail, which didn't surprise me. My mom has agreed to let me stay here or there until I can find a new place for myself and baby. I haven't said anything to him yet. I've been advised not to do so. I'm still planning out how I'm going to take the next step. So then there's an update 3 days later. It's another thank you. Thank you so much for everyone's advice and support, both through DMs and original posts. I want to update, as many people were very concerned, and I promised to a few people that I would. Reading people's responses reassured me about how serious the situation was and how I'd be stupid if I stayed in the relationship and allowed it to get worse. I spoke to my mom, who recommended couples counseling, and that didn't work then. And if that didn't work, then I would be allowed to live with my parents. I then approached him when he came home and gave him an ultimatum. I told him he can either continue to ignore that he acted horribly during the birth and numerous other times, or he can admit to how he has treated me and apologize and get counseling. But obviously, he's continued to gaslight me and got extremely angry to the point where he was screaming at both me and the baby. He ended up storming out to his best friends. Ew. What the fuck? I was also advised against couples counseling by many of you, as you said it often encourages an abuser's behavior, which made a lot of sense. I wish I read that before speaking to him. My mom came around after he left and said he's an asshole, and even though she doesn't agree with single parenting, she thought anything would be better than staying with him and enabling his behavior. He's tried to visit me and the baby since, as he guessed, I was at my mom's. Both my mom and I have told him it's over and that we're leaving the rest down to the courts. I will be telling my solicitor everything, so who knows what the custody arrangements will be. I'm just glad that myself and my baby are out of there and I can finally enjoy being a mother. Yesterday I went shopping and bought what I wanted instead of what he wanted, and I never felt so free since before I met him. To many people, that will sound ridiculous, but quite frankly, he's controlled every single aspect of my life. Hello? And the mom didn't even think about this? However, I'm planning on going to therapy, as I feel like the bad experience I had at birth, as well as his abuse in other areas, has left a profound effect on me. I also called a few domestic abuse hotlines and they gave me some brilliant advice. What was weird was that the best friend went over to see me, actually contacting me yesterday to say how happy he is to hear that I'm leaving him. Why are friends like this? Why are men like this? He said he noticed how unhappy Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. The friend called her to say that he's happy for her, that she's leaving him. Okay. He said he noticed how unhappy he made me and how disrespectful he was around women as a whole, and that the abuse didn't exist just towards me, but to his colleagues as well. So it's good to know that I have a few people on my side. No doubt things will be constantly changing from now until the foreseeable future, and I'm scared, but the main thing is that I'm away from him and me and my son are safe, and that I'm feeling empowered enough to know that the way he treated me was 100% wrong, and he will pay the right price as long as I fight for it. This is just a wake-up call. He's been an asshole. Yeah, I mean... What? Ew. How does a mom hear the story and not immediately make up the couch for her kid? That's what I was thinking. Why the fuck is this mom support conditional? Like Opie has to go out on a ledge and aggravate this piece of shit before she's allowed to stay with her. That's what I'm saying. Dead ass. Oh my god. What? And I cannot emphasize this enough. The fuck. That's literally how I am feeling. Oh my god, I have to log in? I can't read this one just because? Hold on. I don't know what my fucking account is. I don't know what my password is either. This is fucked. I want to read the porn star one. Oh, I did it. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Where is it? Oh, today I fucked up. Okay, here we go. I'm scared. Okay. Hold on, let me look at the warnings and stuff. What? Okay, let's read this one. Today I fucked up by becoming an accidental porn star and my wife finding out. I feel like the warnings give a full story. Yeah. I'm an American guy who lives in Tokyo doing hotel development. My wife is Japanese American and runs a translation business. My job requires me to travel a lot, including to Bangkok every couple of months. As many of you know, Thailand is well known for prostitution. While my wife and I have a great relationship, I can't go more than a couple of weeks without sex, so I do engage in it in Thailand. Okay. There's this one beer bar I like with a great atmosphere, tons of attractive bar girls and affordable prices. I've been there like 20 or 25 times, having sex there each time. It's like 1,000 baht for the girl short time, plus a 500 baht bar fine and 500 baht for a room. I don't know if I'm saying this right. So 2,000 baht, around $60 all in. Well, a couple weeks ago, I learned that they have cameras in the room, and a lot of ladies record their encounters and sell them online or stream on OnlyFans. I learned I'm in a few of these videos. Here's where the today I fucked up comes in. I contact the lady asking her to take it down, and she proceeds to dox and blackmail me. I should have just let it be and hoped no one would ever find out. I refused to pay her blackmail and just blocked her. Well, yesterday she contacted my wife on Facebook and told her. Oh, bot. Okay. My wife is currently not talking to me. Today, too long didn't read, accidentally became a porn star. Wife found out and now she might leave me. Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm like reading more of it. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so there's some comments here. Kind of your own fault, isn't it? I'm the victim. It's the fault of the one doing something illegal. What the fuck? Calling yourself a victim, huh? You know, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't cheating on your wife. Literally staying faithful, a simple thing to do, would have saved you from all of this mess. It could have saved you from the blackmailing, having the tape on OnlyFans, the recording of the tape, honestly. And even the marriage you have now broken because of your stupid mistakes. I feel so bad with your wife, honestly. You are victim blaming. This is no different than the whole "did you see what she was wearing" bullshit some people pull. What did I just read? And then there's an update. There's an update like a couple weeks later. Some of you may remember my previous post. Essentially, I was illegally recorded and blackmailed by a woman, and my wife found out. A lot has happened since. Most importantly, my wife and I are doing well. We're gonna get through this. Second, I talked to the bar owner. It turns out the woman was an agency girl, so she didn't work for the bar, was just contracted there. Both the bar and agency are upset with her. It sounds like she's been blacklisted. My guess is she will become a freelancer since no other agency is likely to pick her up. The agency owner was really pissed off. With his help, I was able to navigate the legal system and reported it to the police. This would have been impossible to do on my own because I am not Thai. It took a couple grease payments, but she is being charged for her crime. It is highly illegal to make pornography in Thailand. Due to the brigade and harassments I've received on other subreddits and Instagram, I will not be answering further questions. Too long didn't read. Justice is being served, and my wife and I are doing well. What? I bet he... I mean... bro, I'm so... Why does this sound like the message? This sounds like the message that... that guy sent to Mim. Okay, I'm a guy with a high sex drive that travels for work. You know what I do when I'm super horny and away from my wife? Masturbate. It is sex with someone I love. Wait. It is sex with someone I love my wife will never be mad at me about having. Oh. I get it. Why wanking it in the room never seems to come up with these guys, I don't know. I know, I need a wife's POV. These comments are so ridiculous. Loves wife, cheats on her repeatedly. She doesn't even know how many times he's put her health at risk with his cheating. It is deeply unsatisfying. Very sad. Oh my god. I need... yeah, honestly. We're gonna make it through this. Dude, that was so... oh my god. Why did he say that? I hope there's like a best of. Wouldn't that be so cool? Oh, maybe there is. Wait, the saga of Jean and Jorts? I feel like we have to read this one. Oh my god. It sounded like something people say when they're mid-spiral. I know. You remember this one? Oh shit, I've never heard this one. This one sounds very, very cool. Except like as cool as Jorts can be, I guess. Oh lordy. Okay. I've never read this, but I feel like we have to. So the first post is, am I the asshole for perpetuating ethnic stereotypes about Jorts? What? Oh my god, wait, okay. The story. We have 2 workplace cats in one area of our work site. They add value to the work site. We love all the cats, and the work site cat presence is not the issue. One of the cats, Jean, is a tortoiseshell cat we've had for years. The other cat, Jorts, is a large orange cat and a recent addition. Jorts is just kind of a simple guy. For example, Jorts can't open a door even when it's ajar. He shoves it whether he is going in or out. So often he closes the door he's trying to go through. This means he's often trapped inside the place he was trying to exit and meows until he's rescued. My colleague Pam, not her real name, has been spending a lot of time trying to teach Jorts things. The doors thing is the main example. It's a real issue because the cats are fed in a closet and Jorts keeps pushing the door closed. Jean can actually open all the other interior doors since they are a lever type knob, but she can't open this particular door if she's trapped inside the closet. Torty Jean is very nice to poor Orange Jorts, and she's kept busy letting him out of rooms he has trapped himself in. So this seems easy to resolve. I put down a doorstop. Pam then said I was depriving Jorts of the chance to learn and kept removing the doorstop. She set up a series of special learning activities for Jorts and tried to put these tasks on the whiteboard of daily team tasks. I erased them. She thinks we need to teach him how to clean himself better and how to get out of minor barriers, like when he gets a cup stuck on his head, etc. I love Jorts, but he's just dumb as fuck, and we can't change that. Don't get me wrong, watching her try to teach Jorts how to walk through a door is hilarious, but Jean got locked in the closet twice last week. Yesterday, I installed a cat cutout thing in the door, and Pam started getting really huffy. I made a gentle joke about you can't expect Jean's tortoiseshell smarts from orange cat Jorts. Aww. Which made Pam furious. She started crying and left the hallway. Then sent an email to the group, including volunteers, and went home early. In her email, Pam said I was perpetuating ethnic stereotypes by saying orange cats are dumb and was demanding a racial sensitivity training before she will return. I don't think it's relevant, but just in case, Pam is a white person in a mostly minority staff. And no, she's not ginger. Today, or not, I keep saying today. Too long didn't read. Am I the asshole for enforcing an ethnic stereotype by joking that orange cats are often dumb? And then there's an update. Thank you for responding to my query, which had truly upset me. I work to have a good relationship with my team, and this situation has gotten weird so gradually that I lost perspective. I just met with HR. She had already met with Pam. HR was concerned about Pam's comparing ethnic stereotypes with giving a cat a doorstop, and they addressed that, which went well. HR will follow up to make sure Pam understands. The replies to my query were helpful to me for this discussion. HR also addressed Pam assigning other staff Jorts-related tutoring, as it is not appropriate for Pam to assign others work. This also went well. We both think Pam had a hard time with the transition from volunteer to staff and may have new kid sensitivity projected to Jorts. Pam got emotional about her perception that I favor Jean over Jorts and gave specific examples. Some of these things are fair. Jorts deserves respect as a member of our team. Oh my god. Wow. There are 3 buildings in our workplace. Jean and Jorts are limited to 1. HR told me they were 5 holdouts about vaccines and restricted unvaccinated people from entering the building to protect Jean and Jorts was enough to win 4 of them over. That's crazy, but great. More importantly, the cat's presence greatly enhances our work with our clients, and Jort's friendly nature has been so great. Both cats truly are doing amazing work. Truly, Jorts deserves to be treated with respect. We all deserve to be treated with dignity at work, so I will apologize to Jorts about some things that were insensitive or disrespectful. A. Jean has a nice cat bed with her name on it, while Jorts has chosen an old boot tray in my office with a towel on it. Recently, a visitor put wet boots on the boot tray, and Pam saw Jorts sleeping on the wet boots. I bought a bed for Jorts today, and a name tag has been ordered. B. I will apologize to Jorts and remove the sign saying days since Jorts had a trash can mishap. Jorts likes to fish dirty paper cups out, and he often falls into the bin and gets a cup stuck on his head, etc. He's able to get out of the bin by tipping it over, so it isn't a safety issue. C. Jean's staff bio has been a photo of Jean, while Jort's bio has been a photo of a sweet potato. I did not actually know either cat had a staff bio, but we will use a photo of Jorts instead of a sweet potato. HR also suggested changing Pam's duties so she's in charge of the cats. This I refused. The cats are my staff, not Pam's. I think Pam was well intended, but not actually meeting the needs of either Jean or Jorts, so they remain under my supervision. Pam is also not to put cups on Jort's head or intentionally put him into frustrating situations given his unique needs. Lastly, and this made us both laugh so hard we couldn't deal with it in person and will be sent via email, Pam admitted that she's been I'm sorry. Pam admits that she's been putting margarine on Jorts in an attempt to teach him to groom himself better. This may explain the diarrhea problem Jean developed, which required a vet visit. Oh my god. Pam is not to apply margarine to any of her co-workers. Jean has shown she's willing to be in charge of helping Jort stay clean. If this task becomes onerous for Jean, we can have a groomer help. I'm crying laughing typing this. Oh my god. There's another update. There's a final update. I got increasingly nervous about Pam, and HR decided we had to have a team meeting. First of all, the world is not sick of Jorts and Jean, but HR sure is sick of me. Pam is pretty offline, so had not heard any of this. We selected a variety of fan art and some of the nicer comments to show Pam, and it went well. We were all very sternly reminded of our stringent worksite privacy policies. Pam wanted to send a letter to the Jorts and Jean fan website, and legal counsel redacted the letter, which is here, letter from Pam. The absolute disgust from legal counsel was palpable. Okay, I gotta see what this letter says. Pam is glad our little cats have so many new friends. Legal counsel told me to knock it off with all this bullshit. Someone gave Jorts a pipe cleaner. Big relief overall, because I did not want to hurt Pam's feelings. Not to mention, I really thought I might get fired because I doubled down so much on Jorts and Jean content. I regret nothing. Literally right now, I can hear someone playing the Jorts and Jean sea shanty somewhere in the building. Oh, on onerous. The letter. Wait, I can't fucking read it. It's too big. I heard that our little cats have a lot of new friends beyond our work site. I saw the video of the song, which gave me quite a chuckle. I'm sure glad other people enjoy these little cats too. They are like a little family to me, and I love them a lot. Thank you for making me smile this holiday season. I feel like a lucky guy. Your friend, Pam. That is so sweet. Oh my god. That was the best story ever. That was the best story ever. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wait, let me see. That's fucking awesome. Hi, Diana. How are you? Hello. Also, what's up? Just Wolf Gaming. Can't remember how long ago I followed, but I'm truly digging the vibe here. Helps me stay focused while I'm at work. Oh, I'm so glad. I like to think that Pam is also applying margarine to other human coworkers. Me too. Is it raining there or something? Why is it so dark? It is very overcast, yeah. This George story was made for our community. Like, literally. Literally. You found the sea shanty? Oh my god, I'm gonna play it right now.
With ginger coat and chunky shape, he's strangely fond of eating tape and closes doors he can't escape. They call him Jorts. He's working with a friend called Gene, who sets him free and keeps him clean, removing even margarine. They call him Jorts. His profile picture is a yam. He can't be asked to learn from Pam that when the closet door should slam, he cannot open doors. She must not coat his feet with spread, for when he's in his boot tray bed, with plastic cups upon his head, he cannot wash his paws. He helps the client as a pet. He's loved by half the internet, so don't forget his epithet. They call him Jorts. They call him Jorts. They call him...
Wow. That was the best thing I ever heard. #1 on Billboard 100 comes. New song for stream starting. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Also, Sam, I promise you that this couch is so easy to move. Like, okay, not right now. This is a bad position. I can move it really easily, though. I promise. I swear. Sound redemption now. I'm injured. I know. I know. I know. How do I find more? This is awesome. How do I find this? Hold on. Where was I? How did I discover this? Oh, I see this. Okay. Okay, so there's... We can choose. We can choose which one. They have a Twitter page for jorts. Oh my god. Wait, okay, so there's the top 3 posts. I read the second one. The second one was about Gene and jorts. But the winner is "Do you know who I am?" and "You're fired until they realize their mistakes." Also, I just remembered, is your ankle still broken? So my ankle is okay. I hate being like, actually. I broke my leg. I broke my fibula. But yes, it is okay. I am healing. But yes, it is still broken. And I have to recover for a few weeks. Which kind of sucks, but I mean, what can I expect? Okay. I'm gonna read this one. It seems it's the best one of like what? 2021. All right. Not the fibula. You did make it just in time for the Chaos M. Okay. So this is part 1 of 2. An absolute epic entitled asshole gets what's coming. Do you know who I am? And you're fired until they realize their terrible mistakes. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Let's get part 2 open already. Firstly, this didn't happen to me. I was with the person when they received a phone call about this issue. Then he explained it all to me. He's not on Reddit, so I'm sharing it. It's priceless. All names changed to protect personal and company identities. Listed buildings. Important to the story. In the UK, there's a system for preserving ancient and important buildings. If a building has historical importance, it is known as a listed building, and the rules about how it's developed, maintained, and improved are very strict. I need to be vague about the work involved, otherwise it's too easy to identify the parties involved. My friend David is skilled in a very niche area of construction. He repairs and renovates buildings using a very old construction method that hasn't been common for several centuries. All his work is on conservation projects and listed buildings. Work was required on a grade A listed property. The overall building work has been done by the main contractor, ACC Limited. One part of the work is very specialized. The contractor managers didn't know anyone who did it, so the architect gave them a list of qualified people. The contractors chose my friend because he had the earliest availability. 5 days into the work, the owner of ACC Limited, the main contractor company, arrived on site. He was throwing his weight around and being a nosy gobshite, David's words. David was just doing his job and ignored him. Noisy gobshite told one of his carpenters to get him coffee. The carpenter disappeared. Noisy gobshite continued wandering and gobbing off about delays, costing him a fortune. 15 minutes after the carpenter had disappeared, the noisy gobshite asked my friend a question. Noisy gobshite. Where is the fucking Chippy with my coffee? Chippy equals carpenter. Don't know. Go and find out. I'm only here for this job, points at the wall. I don't work for ACC Limited. I don't give a fuck whether you're an employee or a subcontractor. You still work for me. Now go and find my fucking coffee. Firstly, I don't appreciate being talked to like that. And secondly, my contract with you is to do these walls, nothing more. I'm not a fucking gopher. Oh, you don't appreciate being talked to like that, do you? Which subcontractor do you work for? None. I'm self-employed. It's just me. A fucking day laborer? You've got the nerve to talk to me like that? Do you know who I am? Yep. Well, you're fucking fired. Get off the fucking site now. Okay, put it in writing. Fuck off. Just get off the site. David pulled his phone out and started recording. Okay, I'll go. I just want proof you told me to go. Noisy gobshite grabbed David's hand, holding the phone, and screamed into the phone. Get off the site, you fucking idiot. You're fired. If you're still here in 10 fucking minutes, I'll have you fucking thrown out. Cool, no problem. He picked up all his kit and walked away. As he was leaving, the contractor's site manager passed him, ironically with a coffee for the boss, with a smile that said, "You're leaving early, Dave?" Bloody part-timers. Joking. "No, your boss just fired me. Our contract is ended. Sorry, mate." No. Let me sort this out. Wait, please wait. David left. The site manager was losing his shit because he knew something that noisy gobshite didn't. Only 7 people in the UK are qualified to do the work. They all have a wait list, and David had been the only one available. By the time he was home, he had 12 missed calls. That was Thursday. 2 working days missed so far. He said he'd go back, but only if he gets paid for the extra days, and had a genuine apology in person from the boss. I met my friend when he was getting a call from the site manager saying the boss apologizes but is out of the country, so can't apologize face to face. David also told me he phoned the other specialists to warn them, but they'd all been phoned on Friday begging them to do the job. Nobody took the work. They're all booked. Solid. David also told me, or phoned the other specialists. Wait, no. Sorry. I was reading the same thing. David also phoned the architect to warn him. Situations like this, some unscrupulous contractors try to bodge the job and fake the work. David is going to stick to his guns. Pay for all missed days plus face-to-face apology. He's sure he'll get it. I've said I'll pay anything to watch the face-to-face apology. Update. Site manager phoned to say he was told by nosy gobshite to threaten legal action if David doesn't finish the job. Site manager was very embarrassed and apologetic. David reminded him he didn't leave and he has proof that he was fired. Site manager phoned again to say nosy gobshite will apologize face-to-face on Friday. Can David start tomorrow? David said no. Following the threat of legal action, the conditions are different. 1. Face-to-face apology before work restarts. 2. Added pay for wasted days. 3. Payment in full contract value upfront before work starts. 4. All must happen by Thursday. That's the last day he can start and still expect to finish before his next booking. If he also works the weekends, he has just enough time. I asked him why he isn't charging a huge extra amount for the guy being such a wanker. He said it doesn't look good for him if you take advantage of companies when they're under time pressure. Not the done thing. It seems that one of my friends is an 18th century gentleman. Oh my god. I misunderstood David. This is a correction. I misunderstood David when he said only 7 others do this work. He meant 7 other businesses apart from his. They're small businesses, so he says it's probably around 20 people who can do this. Still a small number, but not as comically small as 7. Sorry for misleading you all about the number. Update 2. Oh fuck. Oh my fucking god. There are a lot of updates. Update 2. Unfortunately, it seems there will be no apology. David has discovered that the site manager was blamed for not making noisy gobshite aware of the situation beforehand and was fired. David contacted the operations director for ACC Limited, Noisy Gobshite's number 2, and informed them that an apology was no longer required as he will not be returning to the job. The ops director apologized for everything and offered to renegotiate the money very generously. David told him that he had only considered going back to the job as a personal favor to the original site manager. Since he isn't there, he feels no obligation to return. Ops director said he will get back to David, but didn't say why. I asked why. He didn't say, give him his job back or I won't come. David said, nosy gobshite is too petty and weak to be told what to do by a craftsman. It will have to be the company's idea for the site manager to come back. If I tell them to bring him back, it won't happen. Dave said the site manager is great at his job, but it's only 4 years from retirement, so it's not an easy job to find at 61. I've decided I like David even more than I did 3 days ago. Oh my fucking god. Dude. Okay, so there's 9 updates. There's a correction and an apology. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, 9. 2 a.m. here. We just got back from the pub. David got a call while we were out here, or we were out from the sacked site manager, David. David updated the architect on the situation this afternoon. The architect contacted the sacked site manager to tell him about a company who needed a site manager. The sacked site manager phoned David just before 9 p.m. I had to sit through the phone call, only hearing one side. I must have looked childish, excitedly, like I got an an arse full of sparrows. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea. Here, I'll send it. Sacked site manager, like fired. Fired site. He's the one that got fired. And he's calling David now. Um the site manager rang to thank him to find out his favorite drink so he can send him a bottle. He hasn't gotten the new job yet, but he's sending them or seeing them on Friday. Apparently, the architect's recommendation carries some weight. Oh, so he's getting a new job immediately. David refused at first. I didn't get you a job. The architect did. The site manager said, but you set all this shit in motion and told the architect that I'd been fired. Because of you, I never need to deal with that obnoxious pillock ever again. Pillock? I don't know, man. They're using some weird ass words. David said his drink is Cardew Gold Reserve. He said he'll accept a bottle only if A, the site manager gets a new job, and B, if the site manager will come over and drink the Cardew with David. That's so sweet. Oh my god. Okay, so good news. Update 4. Operations director for ACC Limited phoned David to suggest that they take the site manager back and generously renegotiate the money. David says they've missed the boat. There's no way he can finish the job on his own before he starts his next job. There's an absolute minimum of 11 days work if everything goes without a hitch. David's next job starts on November the 4th. Only 10 days left if he works both weekends. Too late. Yeah, British people and their fucked up words. Most common questions. Many of you guys are asking what David does. If I said what it was, it's so identifying that I might as well give you his real name and address. Sorry. The reason there are very few of them is that it takes 5 years to become just competent and at least 9 years to become a master craftsman. The jobs need at least one master present when the work is done. Oh no, update 5, bad news. The fired site manager didn't get the other job. He met the new company, but they're not taking him on. The reasons aren't clear. David is meeting him on Sunday to discuss it. I can tell David feels like shit about it, even though it's not his fault. Site manager says he's going to take action for unfair dismissal. I thought this was going to be a win-win-win, but I suppose life isn't like that. Update 6. News about the fired site manager. The situation isn't as bad as we first thought. I think we misunderstood what happened on Friday. David talked to him yesterday. The company he saw on Friday are not employing him in the normal way. That part was correct, but they have offered him a fixed term contract for 18 months on a distribution center building. It's not perfect, but on the bright side, it's slightly better pay than ACC. It's only 18 months, but it's better than nothing. There's also a chance that the new company might extend his contract. Update 7. Seriously. David has heard that they're getting a Bulgarian to come over to do the job. David was grinning when he told me he thinks he knows what will happen. There's a similar but different technique that was used on some 19th century buildings in Sofia. David thinks that the guy will use that technique. It looks similar, but two very important materials are different. Oh no. David has decided to wait. He plans to let the Bulgarian finish the job and get paid. Then David is going to suggest to the planning department and the client that they check the other two components. Unless the Bulgarian knows the 17th century English method, he will have used the wrong materials. It will mean ripping it out and starting again. They are incredibly strict with this type of work. I shouldn't want this so much, but I really hope this happens. I'm a petty man. Oh my god. Update 8. David has been told that the Bulgarian got straight to it and started work. He had materials delivered, but from an ordinary building supplier. The stuff he needs to do the job properly is too bulky for him to bring with him, even if they sell it in Bulgaria. He hasn't ordered it from the UK supplier. There are 3, but only one has enough for this job because they got it in for David. So unless it's coming by road and ferry, he's not using the right materials. David wouldn't allow it to go unreported even if he wasn't annoyed about noisy gobshite. He's got a genuine passion for looking after all these buildings he works on, and he's a purist when it comes to historical accuracy. So now I have to hold my water for 3 to 4 weeks. David says that that if he's using more modern materials, he might finish sooner. 3 weeks is the time it takes if you stayed in the 17th century. I've turned into a bit of a weirdo about this job. When I phoned David earlier, on a pretext, he realized I was after info again. So this is what David said. Fuck me. Do you want me to fit a body cam so you can see and hear everything as it happens? If it's not too much trouble. And you can link me to your phone calls. That'll be nice. David laughs. You fucking knob cheese. Is it okay if I cover the lens when I'm shitting and shagging my wife? Me, personally, I don't do those two things at the same time, but whatever floats your boat. You're telling me you do them separately? When are you shagging your wife? Right after she's cleaned all the shit off the sheets from doing you. Some of us are fussy. Piss off. You're an uptight clean freak. No goodbye, no see you soon. English manners aren't what they used to be. There's a too long didn't read. Owner of contracting firm fire subcontractor without realizing nobody else can do the essential work. Lots of shit ensues. Dude, this is fucking crazy. Okay, update 9. Lots of news. The Bulgarian finished the job and went home 2 weeks ago. According to the people who met him, Stefan, the Bulgarian, was a good guy and was a very hard worker. He did 12 hours a day and weekends so he could cut the cost of staying in the UK. Based on what he learned about Stefan, David is happy that he waited until Stefan got paid before he reported the work. David was already fairly sure that Stefan was not doing the job correctly. He had checked the 3 firms who are the only UK shippers of the most obscure material involved in the job, and none said they had an order for the site. Of course, it was possible that Stefan imported it, but nobody on site had seen an overseas material order. So, as planned, David contacted the local authority planning department, the client and the architect, and an organization called Historic England. He explained his concerns and the easiest, least intrusive way of testing. Oh my god. And then he waited for them to look into it. It only took a couple of days, but I can honestly say that I've never been so anxious or felt so invested in something that is none of my pissing business. First report came from the architect. Wrong method used. Wrong method using the wrong materials. He's used a 19th century Bulgarian technique, not a 17th century English that is demanded. The architect was enormously pissed off. David said he's never heard the architect use bad language before, but this phone call was blue. Apparently, noisy gobshite is called that ignorant fucking cock wobble by the architect. David asked me what a cock womble is. I had no idea. Suggestions welcome. The architect said he was going to contract the local authority because he doesn't want them to think this is anything to do with him. Most of the rest came from David's second or third hand. He knows some of the staff from ACC. I asked if it was difficult to get them to tell him everything. He said they can't pick up the phone fast enough. The local authority planning officers visited the site and inspected the work. They told the contractor that the work was entirely wrong and had to be cleared and done properly. Then it got interesting. The inspectors had a look around the site and they found an issue. I can't be specific about this because it would be too easy to identify the buildings involved. The contractor had destroyed part of the building. There was an internal feature that didn't look particularly important, but is part of the roof structure. They removed it and put in a much better modern support, but they are not allowed to. Neither the project manager or the new site manager or staff knew the importance. Guess who ordered it to be replaced? the cheap, quick option instead of repaired, slow, expensive option. Of course, it was nosy gobshite. It's a criminal offense to destroy anything on this type of property. Jail time type of crime. Even if they don't go to jail, it's a massive fine. So now everybody in that company is pointing fingers at each other and claiming no responsibility. Noisy Gobshite has claimed that he did not give the order to take out the internal parts of the roof structure. The project manager has evidence that he did. On Tuesday, the 19th, the client ordered all of the contractor's staff off the site. They're having everything examined. It's almost certain they're firing the contractor. They've issued instructions for bids from new contractors. They'll also sue the contractor for the cost of repairing and replacing everything they've done wrong. The architect's estimate was 800K pounds. 800K pounds. Okay. The local authority planning department wrote to the contractor outlining what they've done wrong and advising them of their plans to inspect and the possibility of prosecution. Oh, fuck. According to the staff, Noisy Gobshite disappeared to the lawyers on the day the letter arrived. David had 3 people from ACC phone him within an hour when the news of the letter circulated around the staff. So now we're waiting for a few things. 1, client's inspection. If this confirms that ACC had damaged the site, then the client has the right to fire the contractor. ACC doesn't get paid, and they have a massive repair bill. 2, local authority inspection by conservation experts. If they've destroyed features on the property, the local authority will prosecute ACC as a company and the person who ordered it. David is very unhappy because the internal structure that had been destroyed cannot be replaced. In his words, that wood has been sitting there doing its job for 400 years until that fucking jizz stain comes into the picture. Then it's gone, and that's it, never again. He seemed genuinely sad. I'm betting that Noisy Gobshite is wishing he'd gotten his own coffee on that day last month. Oh my god. Wow. There's a correction and an apology and requested information. The letter to ACC, not their real name, did not threaten to prosecute. It only made them aware of the planning department's intention to send a specialist to inspect the building, and in particular the area affected by the change. Apparently, prosecution, if it happens, takes forever. My sincere apologies for misleading you all. Like everyone else, I was too keen to pick up my pitchforks and believe the worst. A combination of wishful thinking and Chinese whispers meant that by the time the story got to David, it was much more serious and advanced. Noisy Gobshite might actually be prosecuted, but if it happens, it's more likely to be 6 months than 6 days. That's the second correction since I started. I promised to try to be more conscientious. I can't say this word. No, he's not getting sued. The Bulgarian guy's not getting sued. My fault, not David's. David warned me. Everything that goes in your ears doesn't have to spill straight out of your mouth. You're too keen to feed the masses. They think you're farting rainbows right now. But that won't last if you make a bollocks of the info. He's right, as usual. As fucking usual. As annoyingly fucking usual. Requested information. A few people have asked what site the original site manager who was fired, what happened to the original site manager who was fired, but I couldn't answer until tonight. David, me, and site manager and 2 others met in the pub. He definitely has a new job, and he starts on the 9th of February. He got paid off in lieu of notice by ACC. It's standard practice for firing. His contract gave 3 months notice, and he was owed 12 holiday slash vacation days. So they paid him just over 3.5 months pay in one lump. He also gets to keep the car until March. He said, when he fired me, I was shaking like a shitting dog, but my wife reminded me that I could take my pension early and how much I hate that company and especially hate that dodgy pillock. Then, Architect called me about the distribution center job and I stopped worrying. He's got Christmas off and he's starting the new job on a slightly higher salary. The only downside is that the job is only guaranteed for 18 months. There's a strong possibility that the company will keep him after that if they have work. It's just not definite. Initially, he was planning to take Noisy Gobshite to an industrial tribunal for unfair dismissal. Now he can't because he isn't going to suffer financially. He said, obviously, I'm glad I'm not losing money, but I was looking forward to beating that Wizak in court. Right now, he's using the extra time to build a better sleigh and some reindeer. Yep, a sleigh. It's a go on the back of a truck. It's to go on the back of the truck. His group walk around the area dressed as elves and snowman with Father Christmas on the sleigh playing Christmas carols at window rattling volume collecting donations for charity. I've been roped into this many times. Oh my god. He brought David the whiskey he promised. David said he shouldn't, but site manager said Yorkshire men keep their word even to a shower of soft shandy sipping southerners like you lot. Besides, I'm not risking breaking this lucky streak. Even the whiskey was half price. Both me and David pointed at him simultaneously and said, a real Yorkshireman. For the universe, Yorkshire folk have a reputation for two things. Very straight talking and being careful with their money. So after bollocking him for suggesting that I was a southerner, we left the pub and went to site manager's garage so we could drink the whiskey and admire his work on the sleigh. If I tell you all how good Cardew Gold Reserve tastes, will they send me freebies? I'm waffling now because I'm full of whiskey. It's 1 a.m., so it's past my bedtime. Bye for now. No fucking way. There's fucking update number 10. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I think there might have been some karmic justice on its way. Noisy Gobshite has been interviewed under caution. It doesn't mean they're definitely taking legal action against him, but it means they're preparing for the possibility. They also did the same with the project manager, and they're going to do it with the fired site manager next week. What the fuck? The site manager is confident he has nothing to do with it, or nothing to worry about. The decision to remove the roof support sections was made after he was fired. He said he was confident that if he had been there at the time of the illegal alteration, the Noisy Gobshite would have tried to pass responsibility, or as site manager put it, that cowardly slope-shouldered turd would have shat all over me to save his own skin. Can turds shit? Luckily, the project manager has proof in the form of an email that Noisy Gobshite ordered the work. Noisy Gobshite tried to persuade/bribe him not to pass it on to the people investigating this for the local authority planning department. When that didn't work, he tried to threaten him. That backfired because not only did project manager ignore the threats, but he told the investigators that Noisy Gobshite told him to lose the email. I have a lawyer friend who tells me that interfering with a witness and destruction of evidence are offenses in themselves. Noisy Gobshite won't stop digging himself a digger hole. I'm going to be so disappointed if he gets away without legal consequences. He's definitely suffering, though. This is the big news of the week. And then, Noisy Gobshite has been fired. Yo, I know. I can't get over the fact that it's literally this guy's friend. Like, he's not even involved in this situation. This is me when my friends go through drama. Like, literally, this is fucking me. I need to know everything about everything and then tell everyone. Holy shit. David announced it yesterday, Saturday, after he was told by no less than 4 different employees of ACC. He said they couldn't wait to tell him. Then the conversation went like this. Me. How is that fucking possible? How does the owner get fired? Did he walk up to the mirror and say, "You're as much use as..." Oh my fucking god. "You're as much use as Anne Frank's drum kit. You're fired." David said, "Nope. You know he's inherited the business from his dad and uncle." "Yep." "You know his brother and cousin own a slice each." "Yep." "Well, their combined share is over 50%, so they fired him." According to Louise, the accounts manager, they're pissing their pants. They were happy to leave Noisy Gobshite in charge as long as the money rolled in, but now their golden goose looks very sick. They're terrified that losing this contract and the penalties and fines will finish the business, so they're appealing to the client/property owner to take ACC back to finish the contract. Part of that involves convincing the building owner that Noisy Gobshite will never have anything to do with the company. Obviously, they're throwing Noisy Gobshite under the bus. Louise said there was screaming and threats of violence from Noisy Gobshite when they fired him. He had to be escorted off the premises. He's been phoning employees asking questions and seems surprised when people don't want to help him. According to Louise, he's actually thinks the employees like him and want to be loyal to him. She said the man is in cloud cuckoo land. Me. He's going to be so pissed off. I wish I could see that numpty's face as it was happening. It's nothing that the scrote doesn't deserve. There's something else, but I can't tell you because I promised the person who told me that I wouldn't tell anyone yet. You fucking tease. How important is it? It's huge. Life-changing for the subject. I wish I could tell you because it's nearly given me a hard-on. Fucking hell. It must be big if it can get that ugly appendage to do anything except hang there like the last chicken in the shop. Your wife must have been pleased. What a drama. She thinks I should tell her this thing I was told in confidence. She thinks I should be able to tell her anything because we're married. I explained it's not my secret to share. I was hoping I'd get, I appreciate you have integrity, dear husband, but no, I've gotten an angry missus who thinks I'm a knobhead. Louise and her job title have been changed to protect the innocent. It seems like it will be a couple months before he can give me this awesome news, so I don't want any of you holding your breath. The client/building owner has done their inspection. 2 areas are unacceptable as expected. The damaged area and the part that David should have done was done by Stefan. They are very unhappy. When listed buildings are damaged, the local authority normally assumes it's the owners taking shortcuts, but in this case, the owner is a crusty old institution dedicated to preserving important buildings. They're not used to being accused of anything shady, so they did not like having to prove they had nothing to do with the damage to the building. David said, "It looks like they've written off ACC because they've issued a type of request for tenders to several other contractors who specialize in conservation." He then spilled a lot of jargon I neither understood or remembered. Me. Oh my fucking
Palace has
god.
announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
I'm so surprised no one did that sooner, but that scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god. Wow. Me. In simple English, they have asked a few companies to quote a price for the job. That's a very simplistic way of describing it, but I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it to you. So okay, let's say they're asking prices for the job. Condescending twat. So I was hoping the story would build up to a crescendo with Noisy Gobshite suffering something horrible, but it just sort of fizzled out with a whimper while we wait to see what legal action is going to be taken. Real life is inconveniently slow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. an update from Mark's wife, the person that was writing this. Hi, this is Mark's wife. The idiot asked me to apologize to the internet for his silence. He was hurt in a car accident on the 7th of January. We're sure he's going to make a full recovery, but he won't be online for a while. I said it's just Reddit, but he's an obsessive lunatic about not letting people down, so I promised I would add Reddit to the list. So here I am telling all the people that he doesn't know why he hasn't finished telling them something they probably are not reading anyway. Hi, Mark's wife again. There were over 200 direct messages. Thank you for all the comments and for wishing him well. I've read them all to him. I'm going to answer the 3 most common questions. What happened to Mark? He was stationary in his car in a queue to leave the motorway when a large lorry drove straight into the back of him. His car was crushed between the lorry and the lorry in front of Mark. I don't know what a lorry is. I don't know what a motorway is either, but okay. He was in an accident. He has several broken bones, nose and left orbital and cheekbone, left radius and ulna, forearm, 4 bones in his left hand, right tibia and fibula. Me too. 4 ribs, one of which punctured his left lung. A lorry is a truck and motorway is a highway. Okay. There was some damage to his central vision of his left eye, which we hope is temporary. He has some damage to the tendons on his right hand, which need more surgery, lots of cuts, total of 112 stitches. He looks like a mess, but there's a chance that he might recover without any permanent damage. If it was me, I wouldn't cope, but he has always been as tough as nails for as long as I've known him. When I first got to the hospital, he was lying there covered in blood and wires and tubes, and he couldn't speak properly. I went to pieces. He had me laughing within minutes. He's always been good at knowing the right thing to say. The thing that is bothering him right now is not being able to use his hands. When will he update the story? That's the second question people ask. First, what happened to Mark? And then when will he update the story? It could be a while. I could ask the friend he has called David for an update, but I definitely can't tell a story like Mark can. Obviously, I'm biased, but I think Mark is the funniest man I've ever met. When he and David get started, I laugh so much I can hardly breathe. For now, I've told him to forget about everything except getting well, but if it starts to bother him, I've told him I'll do some secretary roleplay and he can dictate the story to me. I know he will finish it. He always finishes what he starts. I wish I had 1/10 of his self-discipline. And then there is a final update. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Final update. This user belonged to my husband Mark. He wrote the story about his friend David and a business owner he called Nosy Gobshite. Mark has been updating the story until he was involved in an accident in January. At the time, he asked me to let everyone know he was injured and he would update the story when he had recovered. Wow. Unfortunately, just over a week after my last comment, Mark passed away. Everyone thought he was recovering, but without warning, he suddenly became unconscious and died very quickly. The staff tried everything they could to save him, but he had suffered a ruptured aorta. They said it had probably been damaged during the accident and isn't uncommon in car crashes. I'm sorry I didn't update this sooner, but to be honest, I completely forgot about this website. It was only when I came back to read Mark's words again that I saw how many people were waiting for Mark to finish the story. I don't know how many people will see this update, but if you know anyone who is waiting for Mark to reply, would you please pass this news to them? Thank you. Thank you to the 100 of people who left get well messages for Mark. I'm so sorry that I ignored you all for so long, but I've been dazed for the last 3 months. Mark would have definitely disapproved of my leaving everyone in limbo and would have told me off. Many thanks. And then there's another update. I can't thank you all enough for the lovely words and virtual hugs that I've seen over the last day. I've cried for hours. It's hard to explain what good crying is when you lose someone. Anyone who has lost a loved one will probably understand. Because of your posts and messages, most of today has been good crying. Your words have made me think about all of Mark's wonderful qualities and all the reasons I loved him so much. I started writing the update and then abandoned it about 8 times before finally finding some bravery. I'm so glad I did it. Thank you again to the moderator for the last little push. I needed it. It's also made me realize that I want to do one more thing that Mark would have wanted. He always finished what he started. I'm going to speak to his friends and find out what happened. I know some of it already, but I'm sorry, I'm so emo. I know some of it already, but I'll try to get myself up to date with everyone's outcomes. I warn you all in advance, it will not be like Mark's writing. It will just be the facts. I haven't got an ounce of Mark's flair for telling a story, but it's obvious from the comments that a lot of people were waiting for a conclusion. The plain facts will have to do. Please be forgiving. I'm going to speak to the person he called David, who has been an absolute rock for me this year. Hopefully, he'll be able to tell me everything. I'll enter the update as soon as I can. Thank you all so much. You have no idea how much this has helped. Oh my God. I would like to mention 2 things. First, may I thank everyone who has made a comment. The beautiful things you have all said about Mark have lifted my spirits. I didn't imagine they would, which is why I took so long to inform you that Mark had passed away. But you did help. Even when what you said was so touching that I broke down, when I have done dozens of times reading the wonderful words. Wait, hold on, sorry, I read that so wrong. Even when what you did say was so touching that I broke down, when I have done dozens of times reading the wonderful words. Secondly, may I apologize for not yet responding to every comment. On some days, I feel like I can talk about Mark all day. On other days, I can't even think about him without going to pieces. If I haven't responded to your individual comment, it's not that I haven't read it. I've read all of them. It's just that I've been in a bad place some of the time and can't reply. I will eventually reply to everyone just as I did, very slowly, with the cards at the time of his funeral and since. I didn't think I would get through all of them. It seemed that I was climbing a mountain that wouldn't stop growing, but I eventually replied to all of them, all 322 of them. Finishing what I start is one of the several good habits I caught from Mark. Okay, another update. Wow, I haven't been online for a few days and suddenly there are hundreds of messages. I can't sleep again, and it occurred to me that I could update what happened to each of the people Mark had written about. It's just facts. It won't have Mark's humor or style, just plain information, but it's the best I can do, and better than nothing. Site manager. He started as planned in the new position on a building project for a distribution center. Mark had already said what site manager and David were unhappy with, but on a fixed 18-month contract as a self-employed person was a disadvantage compared to being an employee. But that was before COVID-19. The virus hit most of the employees after the virus hit, most of the employees were laid off, some were furloughed, but because of the contract, the company had to keep paying the site manager in full. What he thought was a bad thing turned out to be his savior. Noisy gobshite. The last that David could tell me about Noisy gobshite was that he had been forced to divest his share in the business, so he no longer owns a third. He had to sign a personal liability agreement regarding his assets in the event of total liabilities being greater than the value of the company. The way I understand that is that if, for example, the total bills for Noisy Gobshite's mistakes are more than the company can pay, then Noisy Gobshite must pay the extra even if that means he loses his house. He had to give up his share of the business because they couldn't keep trading if he was involved. He needs them to keep going to pay the lawyers. He hasn't been charged with a crime yet, but it's certain that he will. They take a long time investigating and preparing before they charge him. Something to do with needing to be ready to go to court once he is charged. It also came to light that he had a warning for similar but much more minor damage on a listed building in 2011. David has been told that during the investigation, some irregularities were discovered by the local authority and were referred to the tax man. And Noisy is also being investigated for VAT fraud. I don't know what VAT capitalized fraud is. One of the earliest comments on Mark's story was said expensive cup of coffee, an understatement if I've ever seen one. The big news was going to be about Noisy Gobshite and the sexual assault of one of the PAs in the ACC offices in 2017 and sexual harassment of other staff too. Apparently, the assault did happen, but it wasn't Noisy Gobshite. It was a former finance director. Stories about sexual harassment of female staff have not developed and turned out to just be rumor. That was the big thing before. David. The David update. Financially and work-wise, he's probably one of the few people who are not affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. Because he works on his own and has no social distancing issues, he has continued almost as usual. He said work is easier because, in his words, the usual plonkers are not there to trip on my equipment or stick plank ends into my finished work. Personally, David is not doing so well. Outside of family, David took Mark's death worse than anybody. He tries not to show it in front of me. When he's with me, he is a rock. He has saved me from myself. He is one of 3 people where I feel I can really let go about Mark. Or so I thought. I spoke to David's wife last week, and she was so sweet and sympathetic about it, but she had to tell me to hold back a little with David. He looked strong to me, but his wife said it shattered him. I knew he and Mark were good friends. She says he has taken Mark's death very badly. She says in all their marriage, she's only seen him cry once when their dog died. She didn't see him cry when his parents died. She said he seems lost now and has cried quite a few times. The worst thing to hear is that the time he cries is after he has been to see me. I feel terrible. It's obvious that he's grieving, but I didn't know I was putting so much on him. I'm going to be more careful and stop using him to vent all my pain. I wish he had spoken sooner, or maybe I should have been aware of it instead of being so selfishly focused on my own grief. That's as much as I know about the updates. They're waiting to see what Noisy gets charged with. If he's guilty of damage to listed buildings, he might go to prison. If he is guilty of VAT fraud, he'll almost definitely go to prison. Either way, the fine will be 6 figures. David says he wondered if he'll like prison coffee. He's got an evil sense of humor. Another update at 5:30 a.m. When I came online earlier, there were 512 private messages and comments. I don't know where to start. If you've written, please, please, please don't think I'm ungrateful because I haven't replied. At 3:10 a.m., I felt able to write, so I did the update. Right now, I don't think I can do it. I've been looking at the video of our wedding. I thought it would make me feel better, but I feel like I've been knocked over by a bus. Mark's speech has crushed me. He talked about when we met and when we went back to the house he shared with other Royal Marines. One of them asked Mark, "What's the joke?" Then again, "You're grinning about something. Come on, what's so funny?" Mark said he couldn't and wouldn't explain it to him. He just couldn't stop smiling every time he thought about our date. He said he felt like that every time he thought about me. Oh, on our wedding day, it made me smile and brought a tear to my eye, but this morning it broke me. I don't think the pain will get easier. I think it's getting worse. I feel it all through me and I can't stop it. All I can think lately is that I can't have him back. I wish I had been in the car with him. He was an atheist and he always said, "This is all you get, so don't dare waste any of it." So he wouldn't approve of me hurting myself. So I don't think that I can. It's just so hard to carry on with the pain. I want it to stop. My apologies, everyone. I'll try to get a hold of things, but I miss him so much and I can't stop hurting. Since the last update, oh my god, this is a month later. Since I updated the submission, I replied to quite a lot of messages, hundreds, but I didn't get through them all. I can't see or read any more of the messages in chat, but the screen says I still have 92 waiting. If you didn't get an answer, you're in the 92. It was our anniversary yesterday, the 30th of August. I was dreading it, but then when it came, it was sort of empty. I watched our wedding video. I cried. I answered some messages. Halfway through one message, I was suddenly overwhelmed with the realization that all the happiness I had in my life had already happened and finished. Everything I try to do in the future is just going to be overwritten with Mark should be here, but he isn't. Everything from here is just going to be existence, breathing, and watching the days pass. I don't know if I can write anymore. Thank you to everyone who offered their help. You're lovely people. Hold on to the people you love like you might lose them tomorrow. Don't do what I did and assume you can carry on in your own little heavenly bubble forever. Some careless idiot can snuff out everything you love in a blink of an eye, leaving you with nothing ahead. Bye. That's the end of the story. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna need a break after this one. That was so good. That was such a good story. I mean, obviously it doesn't end happily. I read this one too. I'm pretty sure I was bawling by the end. I hope the sad ones are fake. I don't even know Mark and I miss him. Oh my god. Grief do be grieving. Dude, I was so not expecting that because I actually didn't read the spoilers for this one. I just decided to read it because it was the best. You know, if it's the best of the year, then why not? Why not read it? Fuck. That was so good. All right, well. I hate being like, okay, let's go take a break now. God damn. I'm gonna go pour one out for Mark. What are we reading? I'm lost and I miss Mark. We were reading a story from best of Redditor updates, but like the best of 2021. And I really had no idea. I had no idea where their story was gonna go. Hey Maddie, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I'll post the story in the chat. That was incredible. Such great storytelling. I think we all need to sit here in silence and sip some tea. That's a good idea. I am going to take a quick break. I can't believe so much time has passed. I was so engrossed in the story. Wow. Incredible. Let me take a break and then I will be back. Okay? Grab a box of tissues if you need. I'll be right back. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me see. Okay, hi. I can see now the rain is gone. I think after our Mark story, we should read something wholesome. We should read a wholesome story. What do you think? Hi, I have now I now have a heightened fear of losing my loved ones. Me for real. Oh my god. Hmm. I hate this, Em. Why did you say this? Let's read the wholesome one. Two types of people. No, literally. But M is always that other type of people. Oh my god. I'm not feeling FOMO for missing out on the story. It was a really good story though. I can't lie. It was a really great story. I and I think it's super obvious. I hope it's not annoying because I know I'm not like amazing at reading out loud. Um, but I think that when I read like happier stories, it's easier for me because then like I don't know. Like it's not even that I was just getting choked up, but like I feel like it literally is just harder for me to read when I'm like I guess reading something that is making me sad. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't stay. Oh, but I'm getting ready for birthday weekend for my partner. Oh my God, happy Friday, Crystal. You're gonna have the best time. Be safe, okay? You did really well. Stop being so critical of yourself. I I just want to get better at it. Sorry, off topic, but anyone that uses the Twitch pronoun extension, can you see pronouns in chat? I haven't been able to for months. I can see them on the screen. I can see them on the screen, and can I see them here in chat? No, I can see them in chat, but I do see them on my, like, if you look over there, you can see them. I haven't been able to see them for a while either. Oh, interesting. I wonder what the deal is with that. Hmm. Very strange. Hmm. I wonder why that's been happening recently. Hold on. We are gonna read wholesome, but I need to find the one I want to read first. Okay. This is the winner of the wholesome category. So it's grayed out in my extensions. Oh, I don't know why I removed the extension, added it back, then I reloaded streams a few times and it didn't work. I wonder what's going on or why it's working here, you know? Like that's very weird. Do you guys see Tina back there? You see that little blob on the couch over there? That's Tina. God, let me take a picture so you can see her better. She's so cute. Wait, you can actually look at my phone. She's so cute. I post a picture in the Discord so you can see. She just kind of looks like a like she's been draped over the blanket. The pillow. She really likes that spot too. It's very cute. Okay. Sorry, I'm like taking 5 years to post this. I don't know why. Oh. Iram, thank you for posting the story into the stream chat. I appreciate that very much. I posted the picture. She's so cute. Oh my god, I love her so much. She's so cute. Okay. Ready? Actually, I'm gonna... I realized that this hasn't been playing for a little while, so I'm gonna put it back on. That okay? Is that that's not too loud or anything, right? Okay. So this one is called Can't Wait Until Thursday. My wife is going to be shocked. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So, wife and I have been together 17 years. We are still stupid for each other, and she's the absolute love of my life, best friend, confidant, and co-conspirer. About 2 years ago, she started having joint aches and pains and some minor swelling in her hands, wrists, and ankles, etc. So off we go to the GP, who gives us a consult to a rheumatologist. I put the question mark because I don't know if I said that right. Come to find out, she has rheumatoid arthritis. No worries, she starts treatment. Fast forward to a month ago when our North Texas weather decided to go full mental and start changing temps and rain/weather by the hour, it seemed. She woke up after overnight temp changes and thunderstorms, and her hands were huge. Worse, her small petite fingers looked like sausages. And even though she had been previously warned about this, she had slept in her wedding ring, so off to the doctor's office, where they had to cut her ring off. Now for the bad. Our rings were specially ordered from Ireland and custom designed, and have words in Gaelic around the interior of the ring, negating any type of repair, and they were designed and made 17 years ago. She was absolutely gutted. I assured her we would figure it out and it wasn't a big deal, but I could tell to her it was. Begin Sherlock Holmes mode. I Googled until I couldn't Google anymore. I was able to find that the original jeweler had closed up shop 10 plus years ago due to age. I searched some more. I finally found his personal Facebook page and I message him and wait. I finally get a response from his daughter that she had noticed a pending message on her dad's page and that he passed away just 6 months ago. I expressed my condolences and she asked what was the purpose of my inquiry. I go into this long diatribe about what happened, etc. She tells me she understands and is so sorry about what happened. Fast forward a couple weeks, I get a message on Facebook from an unknown person until she explains that this was the daughter of the jeweler. She explains that she went through all her dad's designs and looked up the approximate dates and thinks she found the drawings, details, and molds of her dad's things and wanted me to confirm. I have goosebumps right now. She sent pictures and I confirmed that yes, those are our rings. She said she would get all of this to us as soon as possible and asked for our address. I opened my email this morning to find tracking information and pictures of our rings. She went ahead and had her brother, who had taken over her father's business, make our wedding bands again in her original size and 2 extra and 2 larger sizes in case her condition causes her fingers to swell/change. And mailed them out to us at no charge. I asked why they did both as mine were fine, and she said it would not be fair that my wife had a new ring and I was allowed to keep my old one. She told me we needed to put our original set away and to enjoy our new wedding bands. I asked about compensation and she said she was honored to keep her dad's work and spirit alive. Our new wedding bands will be here Thursday. Trying to think of a romantic way to present her to with them, as she has no idea any of this took place. Edit. I rarely keep anything from her, but didn't want to tell her I was trying, only for her to be ultimately disappointed. The absolute hardest thing for me right now until they arrive will be to not tell her, as we tell each other everything. So now I not only need to figure out how to do this, but not to spill the beans until then. Our friends nicknamed us Mickey and Mallory, as well as Marshall and Lily from How I Met Your Mother, because we literally tell each other everything. Edit 2. I thought about taking her out to our local favorite restaurant where I actually proposed to her. She's a nurse, and so always goes to the bathroom to wash her hands prior to ordering. When I originally proposed, I waited until she got up to wash her hands, dropped the ring in her wine glass, and waited. I'm thinking of a repeat. Edit 3. And to those of you saying I am awesome, not in the slightest. She is my world. She brought 2 sons to this. Wait, sorry. She is my world. She brought 2 sons to this Adwater family that were my pleasure to raise and are now my best friends. She's the reason I breathe and supported all of us when I went back to school to achieve my 2 doctorates to advance my career. She's my hero. I wake up every day to earn her all over again. This was one small thing I was able to do to bring her happiness. Her joy is why I have a heartbeat. And I don't give a good flying fuck at a rolling donut if I seem sappy. If a man isn't allowed to get sappy over his wife, he shouldn't have one. Oh my god. Too long didn't read. Wife had to have rings cut due to swelling from arthritis. I went Hardy Boys and found the original jeweler who had passed away. Daughter found original mold/order and recreated rings without my knowledge and mailed them out. Was seeking advice on how to give her the new wedding bands. Then there's an update. So I have just returned from lunch where my wife received her new bands. We kept it low key, no pictures or video, and semi-private. What we did was plan to take her cut band to a local jeweler after lunch and invited our 2 sons to lunch before the appointment. While ordering, oldest son asked to see the damaged cut wedding band, saying he might be able to fix it. He takes it below the table and starts acting like he's squeezing and straining, and then places a completely fixed band on the table and asked mom if that works. She was astounded and places the band on her finger, but it is too big. Youngest son said he can fix it and asked for the band. Wife reluctantly, and with a look of what the fuck is going on her face, holds the band out to our youngest, and says, and he takes it below the table, squeezes and strains, and makes it smaller but not quite perfect. When she puts it on, she's now trying to figure it out. As she takes it off and start to inspect it, I take it away from her and do the same act as our boys, but this time the band fixed perfectly on her finger, and she has quite literally had enough. She finally takes it off and is inspecting it pretty hard and cannot figure it out until my oldest places her cut and older band on the table.
So good.
Our youngest places the two large band on the table, and I place the next size on the table. At this point, she's just staring at all of us, and I explain what had happened and how I was able to find the jeweler. I even showed her the Reddit post. She didn't start crying until reading about the comments and all the caring and support you guys posted. Lunch was ordered, and we all talked about everything, ate lunch as a family, and parted ways back to respective work, home, etc. She did mention that after reading all the replies, she would have killed me if we've gone full public display and all that. So I'm very thankful to those that suggested to keep it low-key and semi-private. So, about the jeweler. They responded to my email regarding posting the name and info and would like to maintain their privacy. The eldest son is making jewelry and doing repairs only to catch up previous orders and work requests prior to their father's passing. Once it's all caught up and they're closing Once it's all caught up, they are closing it for good. I sent copies of the drawings and mold for our bands, and we placed them in our safe at home in case this happens again. We can get something made / designed. I followed up asking if there was any way to repay their kindness and haven't had a response. Regardless, my wife is planning on hitting up some local spots and making them a Texan gift package and sending it to them. And that's it. She's extremely happy and overjoyed. I am really glad it's over, as I had no idea this would gather this much attention and can now go back to our normal lives. Thanks to everyone for their suggestions, and we're grateful to all the outpouring of genuine caring. Thank you to everyone that sent their silver, gold, and platinum. It wasn't necessary, but greatly appreciated. Edit. I keep reading comments about the jewelers and this being fake. The daughter, son, and uncle are all working part-time to finish work that was commissioned prior to their father's passing. From what was explained to me, none of them are, or plan to be in the jewelry business. So take that however you want. I've tried to be as genuine as possible and have zero reason to be dishonest. I really do feel bad for the cynical way some people live life. Follow the old adage, if you can't say something nice, ... Too long didn't read, took wife and sons to lunch, pretended to try and fix her band. Sons helped in the scenario. Wife was finally presented with all 3 bands that were sent and was told about what happened. Hey, Broobs. What you reading? Also, hi. Hey, Broobs. Was reading a wholesome post because before this we read a kind of like, I mean, it was a great post, but it ended very sadly. Imagine hear a very sweet story and be like, this is fake. What a way to see the world. Hey, M. I have an RA and always take my rings off because I don't want them to get stuck. Oh, you do? You have rheumatoid arthritis? Am I the asshole with jers? We could read Am I the Asshole? I love reading those. Those are so funny. Is there a best of Am I the Asshole? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe. I don't think that I just read. Oh, you just read ones that pop up on Twitter? I feel like there has to be one that allows me to see, like, hold on, maybe it's just not big enough. If not, you can just sort by top of all time. I can? Can you tell that I don't fucking use this?
Ice cream's so good.
Stop. Dear r/am I the asshole, I finger quotes accidentally locked my cat out of my apartment in the cold and did not realize for a while. Fuck you. I hate it here. Oh my god. I hate it here. So top of all time. I'm so confused. There's just monthly open forums. Is that correct? Am I stupid? No, I'm not. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's Am I the Asshole mod. I'm so stupid. Okay, everything's fine. I'm so silly. Wow. Okay. I found it. I found it. We're fine. Oh my god, I could do top of all. That's crazy. Hold the fuck on. Okay, so should we read, am I the asshole for telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door does not get removed till my brother-in-law and his daughters are out of our house? What the fuck? That's the #1 of all time from 2 years ago. Okay. My brother-in-law, Sammy, lost his home shortly after his divorce 10 months ago. He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, 18, with him a couple months ago. My sister, or his sister, my wife, and I have a daughter, Zoe, 16. And she and her cousins aren't close, but get along fine. Sloane and Olivia have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They used to walk into her room and take everything they can get their hands on: makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school laptop, etc. Zoe complained a lot, and I've already asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things. My wife and Sammy saw no... Stop taking things. My wife and Sammy saw no issue with this. After all, they're girls, and this is typical teenage behavior. I completely disagreed. Last straw was when Zoe bought a $60 MAC makeup kit that looks like a paint set that she saved up for over a month, and one of the girls, Sloane, took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shades together while using it. Don't know much about makeup, but that's what Zoe said when she found the kit on her bed and was crying. What the fuck? What assholes? I told my wife and she said she'd ask Sloane to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found out she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of this incident. Oh my goodness. Sammy and his daughters saw the lock and weren't happy. The girls were extremely upset. Sammy asked about it and I straight up told him, he said, my daughters aren't thieves. It's normal for girls at the same age to borrow stuff from each other. He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for $15 from Walmart and shouldn't even be buying expensive ones. Wait. She shouldn't even be buying expensive adult makeup in the first place, and suggested my wife take care of this defect in Zoe's personality, trying to appear older than she is. He accused me of being overprotective and babying Zoe with this level of enablement. What? I told him that this is between me and my wife, but she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousins to see and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters, then demanded I remove it, but I said this lock does not get removed until her brother and daughters are out of our house. She got mad I was implying we kick them out and said her family will hate me for this. So I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which is something her own family refused to do. So she should start with shaming and blaming them for not taking their own son/nieces and granddaughters in. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with this much disturbance at home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe the silent treatment, and my wife is very much upset over this. Oh my god. Yeah, big red flag there. Wait, doesn't want them to baby them, but doesn't want her to wear adult products. This is what I'm saying. What if I'm Canadian? Not the asshole. Don't back down. You are the one sticking up for Zoe. If her cousins want to use expensive makeup, give them your wife's. I guarantee she won't appreciate sharing anymore. They need to start behaving like appropriate guests. Damn fucking straight. Oh my god. What fucking... Ugh. Hate it here. See, the Am I the Assholes are kind of like, they're interesting obviously, but like, I feel like Like, I want a story. Like, I want to know what happened, you know? Normalize stealing. What the fuck is wrong with them? That's what I'm saying. Language. There are kids here. I just Canadian bullied that person out of chat. Did you really? You did. Wow. Yeah. That's so fucking funny. Dinar. She's so cute. I love her. I love her. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I don't remember how I got to the thank you, Jers. You are my best friend. You the peacekeeper. You are the legend. I know. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me actually. I just thought of a crazy story. Oh my god. Wait, I actually have a crazy story, but it's not for the squeamish. Do you guys want to hear it? I just remembered a crazy one. But again, it's not for the squeamish. Like, actually, really. Like, actually, really. Okay, ready? Oh, lordy. Okay, I'm not gonna read the title because it's gonna give it away. I'm just gonna read it. I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now. If you're squeamish, do not listen to me say this story. Okay. I'm just getting ready. Oh god. I, 22 female, have been with my partner, 24 male, for 4 years now. I have never known him to do anything like this, but I noticed he started acting a little strange around a month, maybe a month and a half ago. He started putting fruit on the floor in the garden, and I thought it was a bit weird, but he said he was feeding the mice family that have nested in our shed, so I thought it was sweet and helped him do so. Anyways, he started being really nice to me around 2 weeks ago and was making me food, baking me cakes and stuff, which he never usually cooks, ever, so I was happy he found a hobby. I did notice sometimes I felt sick and dizzy after eating, and I just put it down to lack of sleep and hormones. Anyways, a friend of my partner's came into my work today. I work at a cafe. And said he needs to speak with me when I was free. I was free as there wasn't any customers at the time. He then told me that my partner has been collecting slugs from the garden on the fruit he's been putting out there and putting them in my food, blending them up. He even sent his friend a picture of the bag of slugs he had collected and the picture of blended slugs. I feel really sick to my stomach. I don't understand why he would do this. This is so out of character of him. I asked him why he was doing it, and he accused me of snooping through his messages, which I would never do, and got so angry at me for not being able to take a joke. I feel disgusting. I love him to pieces, but I just don't understand his way of thinking. Am I overreacting? I don't know what to do. I feel lost. Update. I went to urgent care last night / early hours of the morning and waited and was finally seen around 6 a.m.-ish. I had some tests done. I had some tests and I have high level of methylhide in my blood. I was kept in for monitoring, and I have some ulcers in my stomach. I was aware of this anyways, as I was hospitalized about 2 months ago for a burst ulcer. Originally thought it was stress, but now they say it could be because of the poisoning. I could have an infection of some kind as my temperature is high, but they haven't found anything that could be causing that. They have checked my heart and it is fine. I am due to have heart surgery this year though, but they are delaying it due to ulcers and infections, and the fact I keep getting sick, which is okay. I have an appointment to see my cardiologist on the 20th of April. I contacted the police and wrote a statement and was asked some questions. Anyone who knows me in real life, please do not post mine or my partner's name, as the police said it would destroy the investigation. Not the exact words they used, but I am unsure. I was in a daze. My ex refused to say anything to the police or me. However, he did say he would speak to his friend and him only. He then spoke to me. I was not alone. I was with a friend and his friend too. And he confessed to doing random experiments on me / tests starting a few months after we moved in together. It started with spitting on my toast. And then the week later, he replaced my beta blockers with salt. I want to add he was my medication holder, as I have a history of suicide attempts, so he handled my meds and gave them to me, and that's when he thought it would be funny. He has also admitted to these things, swapping my vegetarian sausages with real meat. I have IBS and struggle to digest meat, so became vegetarian. He also replaced my corn nuggets with real ones. One of my pet giant African land snails went missing in the summer, and I assumed it had escaped and left because I left the lid open on their box. But he said it had died, so he scraped it out and put it in my curry. I vaguely remember the day he did this, as he laughed whenever I went to eat the curry. And I got really paranoid, so I put it in the kitchen and stormed off. He then brought it upstairs and told me to taste, and I did, and I realized he added loads of chili. And he said he was laughing because he put so much chili powder in it that too much came out. Now I think he must have put the chili in to cover the taste of my snail in there. He also said he rubbed my toothbrush on the toilet, but then washed it, as he thought that was too far. I feel like this is all a dream. It just seems too dramatic to feel real. I am unsure what is happening on the legal front. He says he doesn't know why he did this, and that he does love me truly, and that he felt compelled to do it, which I understand as I suffer from OCD and get compulsions and impulsions. He says he really loves taking care of me, and he feels like it's his purpose, and he didn't mean to cause any harm. He promises he never did any of this to our animals. I think he could just be really stressed, as I have mental health issues that could have caused something in him to break from too much stress. I'm really sad and sorry for those who I concerned. Too long didn't read. My partner has been secretly feeding me slugs, been to the hospital, some damage, but nothing too serious, I hope. They posted a pic. I'm not looking at the picture. I'm not looking at the picture, but apparently there's a picture of several dead slugs in a jar. Oh shit. Okay, so she said just found a jar with 4 slugs under the sink my partner must have forgotten about. I think they're dead. I feel physically sick. Did you just say link me the picture, you fucking weirdo? I'm just kidding. I mean, I would probably look at it. I just can't right now. No. In the comments, many are asking if she had gone to the doctor. She has, and is revealed that he did more than feed her slugs. He promised he never did this to any of your animals, but your dog recently had lungworm, and he admitted to making you eat your pet snail. He replaced your heart medication with salt and tampered with your food knowing you have IBS. There's nothing funny about that. He has endangered your health and those of your pets. Stress doesn't make anyone do this. He is not safe to you or your pets. Please stop blaming yourself. I understand your struggle and the need for someone to love and care for you. But if you value your life, he can never be trusted again. Yikes. So then they posted, I'm struggling to eat / figure food / no appetite. I recently left a weird situation where my partner was contaminating my food, etc. Anyways, ever since I've struggled to eat, I moved into a ground floor flat, and sometimes I will find slugs around the house. I am terrified of them. I keep throwing food away because I don't know what the slugs have gone on. I'm scared of getting sick. I can't cope. I've tried everything to stop slugs getting in, copper tape, salt, non-toxic pellets, but they still somehow find their way into my flat. I feel like nature's tormenting me. Any advice, please? I've tried speaking with with my doctor, but they won't really listen, and the doctor I see said it was a good thing as I was overweight anyways. I was just discharged from the mental health team I was currently on. And then lastly, I'm alive. Hello everyone, sorry for those I didn't get to message back. My messages have been so full. I'm alive, but I've been sick with COVID-19. Thank you to all that have reached out to me. You all make me feel less alone. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, that's the story. What did you guys think? It was good, right? It was great. Right? Bro poisoned his girlfriend and called it a fucking joke. She literally had surgery. Like, she was going to have heart surgery. I miss Mark.
My leg.
Tamara, thank you so much. My leg. Thank you for 14 months. My leg! I'm stuck on him cleaning the toothbrush because that was too far. See, I could see myself gaslighting myself into being like my boyfriend is role-playing, being a druid IRL, but how does putting your toothbrush in the toilet help? He delayed your heart surgery. Dude, not only is the boyfriend an asshole, but so are these doctors. Absolutely. Absolutely. Meanwhile, he's blending up slugs for breakfast daily. Oh. I'm never loving anyone ever again. I hate that we as women can go through this shit and still is unsure how to react over being completely disrespected by a man. Like, am I just making a big deal out of this? I think they were paraphrasing about the doctor, to be honest. I would like to repeat what M said, which is, how did she even survive on salt instead of beta blockers? Jesus, that's awful. Some people get new wedding rings, some get slugs. Shut the fuck up. But also, yeah, I mean, yikes. Yeah, that one came to mind because I was like, wow. This one sounds fake. Maybe. Maybe. But also, the post itself, I mean, obviously I'm not sure. I don't know the person that posted this or anything, obviously. But it had a lot of like errors in spelling and stuff. So maybe the person is just like unable to explain the way that they would like to. I got pronounced to work. Nice. You had to disable 7TV. That is so much commitment. He could have stopped so many times from fruit from the store, cutting it up, putting it in the garden to find the slugs and blending them. Like, he had so many chances to just stop. He's mentally fucked up. Yeah, you can definitely say that. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait, I heard this one before. It's, am I the asshole for embarrassing a lunch thief at work? That one's funny. I had to join their Discord and the creator of the extension said 7TV messes with it, so I enabled 7TV in the extension itself. Oh, and enabled it with... Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, it might be conflicting plugins. I understand. Oh, okay. Got it. That does make sense. Let me get this. This one's mad funny. It's mad funny. Am I the asshole for embarrassing a lunch thief at work? So pretty much the title. I don't think I'm the asshole, but I've been getting some flack for it, so I really want to clear this up. I started a new job recently. I work at a small studio, and there are several others in the building. Think open plan office with sections assigned to each studio. The person I had an altercation with doesn't work for my studio, just FYI. I eat lunch around 1 p.m.-ish, and most people eat at 12. I came down early to eat at 12, I made coffee, and while at the counter, I noticed my Tupperware in the sink empty. Imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw a man I don't know sitting down at the table with my food on his plate. He had just stuck it in the microwave, acting rashly since I was mad. I sat down next to him and said, "Hey, that looks good. Mind if I try?" Then before waiting for an answer, I yanked the plate away from him and snatched his fork out of his hand. He just blinked in shock, as did the other people there as I started eating. Have a good one, Indy. Have a good day at work. He then, quite loudly, asked what I thought I was doing.
You what?
And I replied, "Huh? You know, this was actually much better when I first cooked it. It probably lost some flavor in the fridge." He caught on quickly that it was my food and went a little red. I then asked him where he got the gall to steal someone else's lunch and then asked them what they were doing when they took it back. He stuttered out some nonsense about not knowing it was mine, and I replied, "Well, you knew it wasn't yours, right?" He just mumbled something like an apology, and I said that's no problem. It was nice he'd warm it up for me at least, in an admittedly bitchy tone. And then he just got up and left, and people there just stared in silence. Two of the silent watchers, maybe his mates, I don't know, told me that I was rude to him and that there had been nicer ways to go about it. I told them to think how they'd feel if someone ate their food before saying they could focus on lunch, and I'll focus on mine. Oh wait, sorry. I told them to think about how they'd feel if someone ate their food before saying they should focus on their lunch, and I'll focus on mine. He's like, "I thought this was the communal fridge." Well, it's been a little awkward at lunch since, and I have the impression a few people are talking shite about me at work now. Maybe I could have been nicer, sure. I still don't think I'm wrong, but tell me, Reddit, am I the asshole? Oh my god. There's an update. I didn't know there was an update. So not sure if anyone wanted an update, but I finally found out from a new friend at work that yes, the lunch thief has struck before. Apparently everyone wrote their names on their lunch to combat this, and the thief then targeted unmarked lunch or lunch items. Guess no one told me. People apparently started being petty and standoffish to the thief since, and he blames me for that. Also, according to my new friend, most were actually very pleased that the thief was finally identified and dealt with. I was assured that besides the thief in question and his cronies, no one thought I was being a bitch. However, not knowing much about me, they assumed I was a very serious or cliquey person from my reaction. Which, I mean, fair. I dress very professionally when most of the office dresses quite casually, which probably added to that. Think high heels, blouse, and skirt versus short graphic tee and slops. I started to come down to lunch earlier to chat with some people, and the office seems to be warming up to me. So not a drama-filled update, but I'm happy things turned out well, and my reputation with my colleagues is off to a good start. Thanks again for all the comments and support. This will be the final edit / update too. I know, they were... He needed to be called out. Anyway, the fact that she's like, maybe it was how I was dressing. Like, bitch, what? What do you mean how you were dressing? Crazy. Like, oops, sorry. What the fuck? I hate it here. I personally hug and love all my thieves and murderers. Dude, that's what I'm saying. To somebody's lunch. I've never had to deal with something like this. God, I want to do this. I want this to happen to me so I can do this. Of course. Irm's so kind. Wow. Imagine bringing your lunch and being so excited to eat it. Like the only thing you're looking forward to at work, and then you walk into someone else eating it. I'd cry. I don't know what I would do, honestly. Like, I like to think that I would reply like that person or respond like that person, but the truth is, like, I think I would be so shocked. I would just be like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like, what the fuck is going on right now? Anyways. Love thy neighbor and love thy thief. I would absolutely not say anything and just be bitter. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I would easily make an excuse for them, which is so stupid. Like, the only way I feel like this maybe would warrant some kindness would be if he immediately apologized and explained it was a misunderstanding, like not getting work social cues, food insecurity. But like, my mans, you did not act like this and expect other people to just automatically be nice about it. I know, like, he could have been like honestly, obviously, like, it's not cool if like you're a liar and like you lied about something so serious, but like, on the spot, someone like is being like, what the fuck, you're eating my food, and you don't think to maybe just go like, oh no, I just had nothing to eat and I was hungry. Like, even that, I don't think I could feel that bad about. You know? I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, you obviously need the food more than me, and that's okay. Like, I can find myself being kind in that scenario. But to be like, what do you think you're doing? Bro, what? That's crazy. Firefighters will literally eat coal if it's in a nice Tupperware. What the fuck? I hate it here. Shall we read another one? What are you guys in the mood to listen to? Maybe I should read some, like, the titles, and then you can pick. Let's see. Or if you're gonna lie already, be like, oh, someone else said this was unclaimed food, or I thought it was left for me, or anything else. Literally. Can you read the one I sent in Discord? It's very short. Yes. I would love to. Where can I find it? Is it the one that... Hold on, wait. Oh. Huh? Is it the one that says video? Oh, it's probably deleted, so it's a video of it. Oh. Oh my god, wait, okay. So it's Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. How would you get a small cylinder, 5.1 inches in length, and 4.5 inches in girth, unstuck from a mini M&M tube filled with butter and microwave mashed banana? LMFAO. The comments OP replies with are hilarious. It's your dick, bro. You stuck your dick in an M&M tube of butter. Go take a cold shower and relax. It's a cylinder. Bro, did you get your dick stuck in an M&M tube? It's a cylinder. You know what? That's just your dick now. Live with your M&M tube filled with butter and bananas dick for the end of your days and think about what you've done. It's a cylinder. Urinate if possible. I don't see how urination has anything to do with my trap cylinder, but okay. What's so important about this cylinder? It's not attached to you, is it? It's attached to a larger structure, so there's a weird angle situation to try and insert anything else into the tube. If the tube isn't made of anything soft, you could saw through the M&M's container. Hope this helps. It's plastic, but I don't want to risk damaging what's inside. Cut the cylinder free from the larger object to give you more access. Cut the M&M cylinder. Or container, sorry. If you freeze it, the plastic will break away with a smash of a hammer. Reattach the cylinder after removal from the tube. If you have trouble reattaching the cylinder, there are repair specialists you can assess for a fee. Depends on how much value the cylinder has. Oh my god. It is imperative that the cylinder and the larger object remain unharmed. If the banana is microwaved, it can be removed by using a spoon to scoop it out. If the cylinder is stuck in the tube, it can be removed by loosening it or using a butter knife to loosen it. Or by twisting it. It can be removed by twisting it or use a butter knife to loosen it. I'm not comfortable having a knife that close to the cylinder. Cut the tube. I don't want to risk a blade coming that close to the cylinder. You're gonna wait to get the larger structure the cylinder is attached to moving at a high enough speeds that the internal pressure of the cylinder goes down, freeing it from the tube. If that fails, I would consider going to a professional cylinder removing specialist. Due to another object attached to the cylinder's base, it is difficult to have a range of motion large enough to gather enough speed and angular momentum for that. If the cylinder has blood flow, do jumping jacks to shrink the cylinder. If not, making everything cold should help. The butter, even when solid, will be a lubricant and you should be able to pull it out. It seems like the cylinder may have expanded and pushed a lot of butter out when inserted. Why would a cylinder have blood flow? Also, doing jumping jacks may cause harm to two other objects attached to the base of the cylinder since it will be moving freely. Not the two other objects. 5-1 is really big. Maybe stick a smaller cylinder in there next time. The problem at hand is quite hard to solve, though. I think the best course of action is to see a doctor, despite how embarrassing a small cylinder in a mini M&M tube is. Have a good din, Tamara. The cylinder was smaller when inserted, maybe due to change in temperature it expanded significantly. That's where the problem started. Wait for the cylinder to go soft. What if the cylinder hasn't changed size in approximately 3 hours? Have you tried inserting another cylinder into the M&M's tube from the other side? If the tube had an opening on the other side, it would not be sealed. I will keep that in mind next time I try this experiment. Go to the hospital or call 911. Emergency services don't usually take kindly to calls about failed experiments. I think that they would be understanding in your case. The cylinder seems pretty important. If you keep avoiding the question, but everyone knows you got your tiny dick stuck in the tube and you're too embarrassed to admit it or go to the hospital. Wait and it'll get soft and come out. Or you should go to the hospital, but we all know what you did. It's not a tiny dick. Wait, sorry, I missed that last part. Fuck. I have to pop. Okay, it's not a tiny dick. It's an above average size cylinder. It's a cylinder. Iram, thank you so much for sending this. Holy fucking shit. I love how posts like this can randomly get put. Like, it's just in Discord videos. Like, what? It's an above average size cylinder. It's just a cylinder. Bro was nearing dick gangrene and still insisted it was a cylinder. Two other objects attached to the larger structure. Oh no. Oh my god. That was so good. Actually, let's end it on that one because it's just a cylinder. That was fucking awesome. That was so fucking fun. Wow. Maybe I do this if you guys enjoy. I thought it was very entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. I thoroughly enjoyed. Let me see something. If anyone would like to read the Am I the Asshole That Made Me Fume recently, it's in stream chat. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, why don't you guys do you guys want to send, like, posts that you want me to read on stream? Because I know I told you guys to send me tea. You can still do that if you want, but, like... I know, RIP Mark. It doesn't have to be an Am I the Asshole thread, but it could just be Reddit posts that you think would be funny to read on stream. You know? Wait. It's the guy who shamed his wife for birthing? Then we have to read it. Never mind. No, we're going to read it right now. We're gonna go read it right now. I'm not ending. I gotta go see that now. The fuck? That's literally the one that we read. Dude, I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. That's literally the same post. Hold on, let me click on this. Bruh. This is so funny. I must have missed it before I joined stream. I just think that's so funny. It is technically like one of the top ones, so maybe that's why it's like more popular and like it posted on different platforms and such. So that does make sense. That's just so funny. I was like, oh my god, what? Wow. Okie dokie. Now I'm actually going to leave. I'm going to go have some food, I think. I don't really know what to eat. What are you guys having for your next meal? Give me some inspiration. Thank you for this Absolute Wild stream. Thank you for being here at the Absolute Wild stream. Did you just say mini M&Ms? I thought for a second it was two different stories about the same guy. I was like, damn, he sucks. Not banana. Chicken fingies. You're making dino nuggets right now. Ooh, that sounds so good. Pasta is always good. Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Damn, I would actually love some chicken. Like a chicken dinner. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. Do you have access to slugs? Fuck you! I love how this stream evolved after the little story time in the beginning. No, literally, that's crazy. That's awesome. This is gonna make it harder to eat later. Yeah, let's just pretend about the slugs. Thank you, Em, so much for posting my links. If you want to follow me and catch me again, I will be live on Tuesday. Maybe a stream during the weekend. I don't know. Depends on what I'm up to. But you will for sure see me on Tuesday. Today, or not today, but most of this week has been just chatting streams and co-working. I've been having fun doing that, honestly. Not that I want to change my official schedule by any means, but the fact that we can be more, I guess, flexible and like, you know, kind of do things on a whim like that is still really nice. Even though, yes, I did want to decorate today. This just was fun, so why not? I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me, truly. Like I said, follow if you want to catch me again. And join the Discord so we can talk off stream. Have a good day. Yes, have a good day for Mark. Pour one out for Mark and send some love to his wife. And I guess I'll have to go live on discord.tv. Enjoy your next meal, whatever it is. Yes, yes. And I will chat with you guys next time, okay? Have a blessed day. Bye.